Way! Hello, viewer. Today it is Sunday, May the 7th, 2023. I am Mr. Brown, and I trust you are all doing very well. Today, on this evening stream /podcast, we are discussing the goings on this week in pop culture and on the social media. And it's been a relatively slow week, I do declare. As I always say, before we begin, you can find us here on the YouTube, or if you prefer your entertainment in the podcast form, we are also on Spotify. The links are in the description. So, if you've not shut down for the evening, as I always say, lots to get through. Shall we get the guests out? You know it. Of course we should. Here we go. First up, a talented powerhouse of a man. He's the governor of Twitter. Its problem being.
Royal wave, royal wave.
Right, our
royal
kid.
Wave. Right.
Yes, are you?
Yeah, I'm
Accrington
alright.
Stanley.
Yeah, Accrington
Who are-
Stanley. All right,
Who are they?
calm down.
Who are they?
Yeah. Me.
Hey, Probby, you well, my
All right.
friend?
Yeah. I'm having a right royal old time of it lately.
Oh, Katy Perry, wasn't she just...
I didn't
Oh.
watch the concert. I thought the music for the Coronation service was bad enough. I didn't want to sit through any more turgid nonsense.
How to murder your back catalogue of records.
Yes.
In front of the nation. But anyway, so everything
Very
good,
bad.
my friend?
Yes.
Yes.
I am doing perfectly adequately. Thank you very much.
Shall we get the next beautiful guest
Well,
out?
I think it would make it a much more interesting show if you did.
Yes, from a VPN far, far away, it's the golden reach around droid of choice. It is, well, you know who it is, don't you? It's C3PO.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Brown, and it's a pleasure to be with you once more.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
Oh, this week's had its ups and downs, like a hot, sweaty moisture evaporator farmer.
Have you been enjoying the Coronation?
No.
Shall we get the next body out?
By all means, do.
Sorry, I was being rude there. Are you well, my friend?
I am.
Shall we now get the next body out?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, let's do it. Okay. I really do need to get a second monitor. Okay. Oh, here we go. Next, she's back from, I'm going to put my teeth in, Split Screen Gaming Podcast. It is, well, you know who it is. Look who it is. It's Vex Electronica. Oh, hello.
Queen's Wave. Hello, everyone.
Hello, how are you?
Future ex-husband. I'm signing the paperwork right now. I am not doing the Split Screen Gaming Podcast anymore.
What?
Actually. Yeah. Well, no, I was supposed to, but I just don't have the time. So I'm just a YouTuber, streamer, person around now.
I think the peeps like you. Here we go, look. Mrs. Canla Squatch. Vex, my lady.
Cannoli Sasquatch. There you go.
Vexy woo woo.
Hi, chat. Hi,
My
everyone.
God. I think everybody likes you.
I think so too. Which I don't understand at all. I'm Canadian. Why would anyone like me?
Somebody's got to be.
Get your eyes off my ex-woman.
Behave.
Yeah.
So, are you well, my darling? Are you well? Everything good? Yes.
It's been a rough 48 hours, but I'm okay. I'm okay. How about you?
It's been a rough 47 hours, but I'm okay.
All right.
What happened in that other hour then? Was that a good hour?
Sleeping, probably.
An hour.
You weren't getting a nice reach around or anything in that last hour.
That's later. So everything good with Vex? Yes. Shall we get the last person? Sorry, there's two more. The wheels are coming off, folks. Sorry. Here we go. Back. Third time's a charm. Here he is, everybody. Last minute, Dan. Here we go. Hello, Dark Hour.
What's up?
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I always love being like the last minute edition because I don't have to put on my my camera because I'm just like I look all disheveled. So I just throw the icon on there and just go.
It's good because you're dependable.
Yes. That is one thing I've been called throughout my life by all my employers.
Mr.
So.
Dependable.
If they need me to show up, whether I can do the job, not necessarily.
That has to be
required.
the most backhanded compliment anyone. You are so
The channel's built
you
on
are
it, you know that.
reliable. You are adequate.
It's
Sorry.
fine. It's
Sorry.
fine.
Wow.
There's nothing wrong with being average.
I wouldn't.
I aspire to average.
Wow. Lofty goals.
Somebody's got to be. So everything good, Dark, yes?
Yes, yeah, it's all good.
Shall we get the final person out?
Of course.
It's only Ian.
It's only.
Okay. It's only Ian, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Ian.
Yes, it's only me.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Why is it only Vex showing her face? We're all scared to show her face.
She's beautiful.
It's because she's the woman, and we have to get all the guys to tune in, and all the lesbians.
Should I be wearing a tank top then instead of a hoodie?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Christmas hoodie for some reason today. So
It's a nice hoodie. It's a nice hoodie. How is everybody today?
Yeah, we're all right.
then?
Yeah. You?
Yeah. Dark Hour. How are you, sir?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Doing all right.
Average.
Just recovered from bad singing from the King's
Shocking.
coronation.
Shocking.
Like I said backstage, my country fought 2 wars to not have to deal with that anymore. So.
Get over it. Now you're now he's laughing. You're paying more taxes.
Let's get on with it, shall we?
Yes. Okay. Hello, chat. We can see you. Hello. It is the end of week musings. Sunday, May 7th, episode 142.
God, is everything a song?
Dune. 2. If you've made it this far and you're enjoying this mess, please like, share, subscribe. Every single clip. Claire, I can't speak again.
Can't
Every
sing either.
My tongue is failing me. That is not good, is it? Every single click will help this channel grow.
We're gonna get you laid.
don't say that to a woman, please.
That's what he said. Please consider donating to the channel. Links in description, pin message, all the usual. You know the drill. Okay, first up, it is Barry.
Barry. It's got a 99% score on Rotten Tomatoes. That's the critics.
What?
For season 4, and it's got a 91% audience rating as well. So
That can't be right.
it's Barry. It's Barry. Of course, it's right. It's perfect. It's near perfect.
It's the thing is though, you guys who you don't know Barry, you're missing something really good. It is a really good show. Season 1 was absolutely fantastic. Season 2 was great. Season 3, was good. As good as season 2, I guess. But this season, my gosh, it's gone in a completely different direction, and you can't even guess what's happening. Do you know what I mean? So it's brilliant. It really is. I recommend it seriously. If you guys are not watching this, you should be ashamed of yourselves, and you should watch it seriously.
Yeah, get in the bin.
Really good. Yeah.
I hadn't even heard of it until you guys told me about it like 2 weeks ago.
Well,
So
seek it out because it is worth your time.
I mean, at this point, I might as well wait till it's over and binge the whole thing. Like,
yeah. Good idea.
I think
How many
I'm probably going to
episodes
do
are
the
left?
same thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, by the time you've watched all the episodes, if you start now, then by the time this finishes, you'll be probably ready to watch this season anyway. So.
Here you go, MJUK84. So it's not shit, Ian.
No, it's not. No, it's not, mate. Seriously, it is.
Opposite.
Honestly, it is really good. I mean, it is a show that you really don't know what's going to happen, and this current season, at the ending of the last episode, I was like, what? Do you know what I mean? And so it is really well directed, really well performed. It's funny in places, sometimes heartbreaking. It's a show that nobody's talking about. Nobody, as far as I know, on media. Well, the media I watch, it's just us. And honestly, it is really worth your time. It really is.
Can we just take a moment to feel really sorry and bad for Hank?
Oh God,
that was so awful. Oh, bless him.
There you go, Princess Fiona. Hello, Princess. The first season was amazing.
It was. The best, one of the best things about Barry is that when it does a joke, it comes out of nowhere. You just don't see it coming, and it's so flat. They don't play to the joke either. It's so flat that you end up 2 seconds later you end up laughing because it's so flat, and that's the thing. And the characters are all just, they jump off the screen. So I mean, I can't praise this enough. If you're not watching it, then hey, you're missing something that's really good.
It's on HBO Max in the United States. I think it's on Sky if you're in the UK. New episodes are on Sunday.
Like Sky Atlantic.
Each episode is 30 minutes.
So what are you doing? Watch it.
If you're not watching it, get in the bin. As 10 viewers just disappear.
It's on the list. Give me a break.
Do it now.
But you know how frustrating it is when you're geeking out and you talk about it, and you say to your friend, "Oh, have you seen so-and-so?" And you're just about to talk about how great it is, and your friend goes, "No, I haven't seen it." And then you just deflate, don't you? Just sit there going, "What the hell?"
Yeah. So that's how one bloke in the pub that says, "No, mate, I don't watch football."
Right.
I had that situation kind of with Mayor of Kingstown. Like no one I knew was really watching it,
right?
And I was really enjoying it. But now you have forever to catch up on that show because you never know when Jeremy Renner is going to be able to walk properly again.
My new friend is Dada Debaser, so it's like Dada. Have you ever seen Barry? Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
No, you have. Watch it.
They have kind of buried it. It feels like to me they've kind of buried it. Really, I haven't seen any advertisement of Barry. Only if you look on YouTube, I guess. If you write it in, there's loads of
it's on the
stuff like
Twit
that.
Twats. It was on
but it's not advertised like the big shows, Rings of Power, that awful crap, and the rest of them. This should be advertised to the hilt because it is worth everybody's time. It really is.
There's no wokery in this. Someone asked if Lizzo's of color are in this. No, none.
No.
It's supremo, and it really does kind of take the piss out of anything touching that kind of subject.
It does poke folk.
Sally particularly, I think.
Folks.
Sorry, it pokes fun at what's happening today, especially in season 3, and this season as well with the green screen. The girl, you remember that?
And the acting class.
The acting class. Yeah, so it pokes fun of what's happening with Marvel and stuff like that. So, but that's a very small bit. It doesn't take over the episode. It's just a very small facet of Sally's life,
I'll rim you. I told new people about Barry last night when I was out, thanks to you guys.
Yay. Nice one.
Yes.
Proselytize it. Get it out there. Spread the word.
Yeah.
That would require I go out and talk to people.
I remember seeing a lot of advertising for season 1 when this show first came out.
Yes.
And then after that, I didn't see anything about it.
It was very successful. It's like one of those things, right? It's very successful, yet they're not advertising it a lot.
It was so successful, nobody heard of it.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird. Because if it wasn't a success, they would not have made season 2 and 3 and 4. Do you know what I mean? So it's obviously
it might
getting
have
the
a
viewers.
low budget. It may have a low budget. They could just
no, it doesn't. It doesn't have a low budget. No, I mean compared to Rings of Power, yeah, I guess.
Everything has a low budget compared to Rings of Power.
Hank, best character ever.
He is. Yeah,
I love
very
Hank.
Funny. Yeah, he's very funny.
Is it Anthony Carrigan? He's just brilliant.
Yeah, he's so good. He's so good.
So we can't recommend this enough.
Michael
I will start
Ironside
watching
in it.
Barry tonight now. Then
I
after this
reckon
is
in
done.
about 5 to 10 years, this will be a classic. that
It
people
will. It will.
Yeah, it has that written all over it from what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows that people will discover later on and be like, "Oh, they should revive this."
Listen, when all the big channels start recommending this, oh, it's amazing, blah, 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 in about 3-4 months' time, just send them our way. Yeah, we'll tell them.
Also, it's not like it's not like Better Call Saul, where there's X amount of seasons, and yeah, there's a lot to watch. With Barry, how many episodes was in the first season? I can't remember. 8. And the second season it was 8 as well, and they're all 30 minutes. So it's
See you, Franco.
it's not a huge chore to go
And
through. Do you know what I mean?
if you like the Better Call Saul kind of humor and that kind of thing, I think you would love this as well. I think you would love.
Oh
Barry.
God, I don't think Clint. Well, that's just my.
You don't
opinion,
think Clint
Melvin.
Eastwood is a good director?
He's not. He's not a good director.
What?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Okay,
Fight
right.
talk.
It depends how you define
Give it
directing, right? If you define directing
over
performances
there.
from actors,
Is everybody
right?
listening, folks? Here we
If
go,
you
from the
define
horse's mouth.
directing from performances from actors, which he does because he's an actor, then God bless you. But directing is more than that. It's more than that, and he only concentrates on that particular point of directing. Directing is multifaceted, and Clint Eastwood does not direct in that way. He only makes sure that the performances are good, and that's it. And I say he's not a very good director because
Get
of
the
that.
bin.
It depends on what your definition of is apparently.
Before we move on, all you need to know,
Oh, dear.
folks, is
Oh, somebody said that in the chat, like
okay.
as I said it. That was pretty good.
At this moment, there are 57 people watching.
Did I eliminate some?
There are 5 guests, including me. All you need to know is that Ian is right. And we're wrong. Everybody's wrong.
No, there's 5 guests and you.
Get in the bin.
Well, I mean, in his defense, he's the only one here with director next to his name on a lot of things.
Dear.
Okay. So
Shall we move on?
Yes, let's move on.
Before I get in trouble.
So, Barry, check it out. It's fantastic. You won't be disappointed.
Do it.
I'm not watching this, but I will catch up with it soon, though, because everybody's saying it's really good, so I will catch up with it.
Superman and Lois, folks. Z, did you watch this one?
I did, yes.
Is Lois still alive?
Still alive.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you. I thought this week it was a bit fillery.
It was a filler episode. Still,
Because
okay.
I'll tell you why. Because I can't remember a thing about it, but I know I've watched it.
Oh dear.
So it must have been complete filler.
Was Fugly good in this one then?
Yeah, he's always good.
Mm.
I feel this episode they were saving a little bit of money, hopefully,
Yeah.
for something big that's going to happen. What do you reckon?
Definitely.
Because
It was such a non-episode this week. It was like, we'll save money from this one and put it into the finale.
Yeah.
Which I think they're probably going to do.
Still a lot better than most things on TV, agreed?
Oh, yeah. Still one of the things I look forward to watching every week.
Do you think we're going to get another season? I would like to think so.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure whether it will or not. I mean, CW has cancelled a lot of superhero series, and their current one, what is it, Gotham Knights, isn't doing very well at all. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just shelve everything superhero related.
James Gunn said people seem to like this, though.
Yeah, but was he
not
know?
wrong.
What's he know?
CW has never shied away from keeping shows that they probably should cancel running.
Yeah,
though, so.
It's true. It's true.
I think this could genuinely go to 5 seasons.
I would like it to, but I honestly don't think it will. I think this will be the last one, and we'll get the announcement at the end.
I think if it did make 5 seasons, it'd be well deserved.
Absolutely. It's
end on a high, cancer. I mean, really.
James Gunn, I'll clip this for you. We need another season of this, mate. 5 seasons, we'll be happy. It's best thing coming out of DC at the moment.
Oh yeah, he's waiting right at his computer, waiting for your
No, I'm
tweet.
going to clip it. Mr. Gunn, this is the best thing come out of DC for a few years. And we're looking forward to The Flash.
Bang, bang, bang.
So, shall we move on?
Moving on. Move along.
Superman and Lois. It's great, everybody. You should check it out.
Move along. Oh, no.
What it all.
I know. I'm not
One
watching this
episode
anymore.
to go.
I just got confused. I'm like, no, I can't be asked anymore. God
See,
damn it.
Did you watch this week's?
I haven't. Unfortunately, I've been a bit occupied this week, so I
Yeah.
haven't watched episode 7 yet. But I do have it ready to go after this stream, so I'll probably watch 7, then 8.
I didn't think it could get any more complicated, but then there's just another level that's just opened up, and it's like, what?
More
dear.
complicated than the heist episode.
Yes.
I'm in.
Yeah,
so I've got that to watch because obviously we're
So,
bank holiday in the UK tomorrow.
Oh yeah, bank holiday. Yes. Here you go, MC. I like Rabbit Hole. It is good.
Well, there's
It's
no rabbit.
interesting.
No, there's a hole.
Well, perhaps that's in the season.
no hole.
finale.
There's no rabbit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's what he said.
The rabbit heron.
Exactly.
I think one episode to go, and it's tonight. So
God damn it. Yeah. Did he say that yet? Has he said
Yes,
No.
I think he has.
Wasn't
I
it?
thought he did in episode 6.
Cool.
Oh, we just need 24 back.
That's
Just-
right.
Oh,
I love Bridget Moore's comment there. Is this the cover of a 90s rave CD?
I wish.
It does look like that.
the opening titles are very kind of 90s rave. Dr. Xevious. I think it's Dr. Xevious. Opening titles, yeah. It is good, folks. You should check it out.
Chaz and Dave do the theme tune.
Rabbit,
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 rabbit, rabbit.
For the Americans, they don't understand that joke.
Well,
Okay.
they shouldn't have let us go then, should they?
Yeah, well said, probably. Let's move on.
Moving on.
Moving on. So,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
are we going to say spoilers?
Spoilers alert! Spoiler alert!
Spoilers. I haven't watched it.
Spoilers,
it.
folks.
I've seen it.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. You know what Ian's like. He will spoil the shit out of anything.
Spoilers.
So yeah.
Spoilers, folks.
So go la 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 la. I'm not
La la
listening.
la la. I
Yeah,
am not
there you go.
listening.
There
Are you
go.
ready, folks? There's going to be spoilers. I think the beautiful Vex has seen this. I do. believe.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
I put out a
Vex.
video this morning, actually.
You
on
did?
it.
Yes.
I did.
I am bated breath. I am waiting to hear your view.
Are you
There's a
gonna
pussy joke in there. Just be aware.
What?
Oh dear. Oh, dear.
Are you going to spoil it or try not to spoil it?
There were spoilers in there, and I put that
Okay.
all over the place, so you know that there's spoilers there.
I wrote a script for one that's a little bit more spoiler free. I just haven't recorded it yet.
Okay.
Are you seeing it as well?
Yes.
Dark
Yeah,
Hour?
yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
fantastic.
Vex, before you start,
Fantastic.
Princess Fiona, $2 super chat. Thank you, Fiona. Vex nails. I'll start again. Vex nails this. Vex nails this in her
Vex
video.
nails this in her video. We
yeah.
love Vex. Oh, Jesus Christ, Ian.
I know a lot of things, Fiona.
Go on, Vex.
I'm I was just disappointed by this movie. That's all.
You were?
To be honest, yeah.
Spoilers over there.
I really like the Rocket Raccoon storyline. I actually really appreciated that because it feels like everything we've gotten out of Marvel since Endgame is just very rushed or simply for the purpose of getting content out there. So it was nice to get like a pretty nicely well-rounded backstory that was equally moving. At the same time, I didn't like what they did with Adam Warlock. I don't like that they made Star-Lord basically a whiny pussy the entire movie. I didn't like that Chris Pratt wasn't shirtless. And I didn't like all of the slow motion. Like every 10 minutes, it felt like I was watching a slow motion shot that didn't need to be there. And I found myself at like the 2-hour-ish mark checking my phone for the time because I was starting to get bored.
How long is the movie?
2.5 hours.
Right. Okay.
The villain was fantastic as well. I feel like they didn't give him enough. They were very just. They were trying to keep the PG-13 rating. We'll say. I think they could have
Desperate for the money,
dived
aren't
deeper.
they?
Pardon?
Disney are desperate for the money.
They say "fuck" in there though.
Yeah, there was. They did drop an F-bomb.
Oh,
so-
okay.
Which I was really shocked that they did that in a.
Apparently, you're allowed to have one.
Yes.
I mean, I know that
Much
you're
like
allowed
these
to have
streams,
one.
you're allowed to have
Just one,
yes.
yeah.
I was just a little shocked that they even took that one. Though, that's what it was.
Mhm.
Like
It wasn't even necessary. It was just thrown in there for almost like shock value. In all honesty.
Yeah, that's kind of, so. I wasn't really disappointed with it. I think on the same level, there was portions of it. Like I agree with you 100% that Adam Warlock was a complete waste of an awesome character. The Rocket Raccoon section definitely by far the best.
Yes.
I do feel Chris Pratt did phone it in a little bit. I think he's just kind of done with the character at this point.
I think that's just what the script demanded of him, if anything, because he definitely takes a back seat in this movie, and the script doesn't help him in that respect.
There's a lot of the characters have been like flanderized at this point, but some of them did get some redemption from previous movies. Like I did feel like Mantis became significantly better than her previous incarnations, because up to this point she had done absolutely like fuck all. So at least here she contributed a little bit.
We're allowed one F.
Just
And
watch
on the
the
stream, we're
language.
allowed one F. Thank you, Dark Hour. Sorry, carry on, mate.
Americans are terrible swearers.
Mm.
But it did run long. They probably could have trimmed this by a half hour, and there was a huge section in the middle that probably didn't need to be there. That's my like relative spoiler free version.
I thought they fucking ruined Mantis. Oh, sorry. They ruined Mantis.
Fuck sake.
You need. I'm going to send you a bar soap for that mouth of yours.
Potty mouth.
they made her the butt of basically every joke until
butt.
like
Who did?
is butt not allowed either?
No, it's allowed. Go ahead.
Do I need to say fanny instead?
No,
That'd be something
no.
else in this country.
Oh, I know.
Exactly.
I'm just getting the checkbook to YouTube ready, everybody. Moving on.
She was just the butt of every joke throughout the entire movie, and then only
butt
when
twice.
it was like severely a plot convenience did they decide to take advantage of her. Because there were several instances where I'm just like, she's got the mind control feeling power thing. Why isn't she using that? Like with the children to calm them down. I'm wondering, like, why are you yelling at each other when you could literally just touch one of them and give the feeling and they can tell everyone else?
Well, it's mind grape, isn't it?
Say again.
Say again. Mind grape.
She didn't
okay.
mind graping a few animals later on. So
I mean, that's another one of those words we can't say. But I mean, they probably did underutilize her abilities, but at some point you have to realize that like complete emotion control and like essentially mind manipulation are overpowered beyond belief, and it gets to a point where you sort of have to dial it back, or else it's gonna get overused throughout the movie. Probably my biggest complaint was the pacing. Like I said, there was sections that didn't need to be there.
Long.
It was too long. If they would have trimmed it to a solid, just straight up 2 hours, I think that would have been better. They kind of do the same mission twice,
yes.
in a way, which was annoying. So like they could have condensed that into one, whichever one they chose for it to be. And I don't know. I mean, there was when it comes to like the performances, I didn't really get the sense that anybody besides Chris Pratt really phoned it in. I kind of like maybe Dave Bautista a little bit, because he's been turned into essentially just like a walking punchline at this point.
Mhm.
So he's and he never like you could tell he didn't want to like get into shape for the role, because he's wearing like full body covering the entire movie.
Really?
He's getting old though,
Yeah.
isn't he? So he's just getting
He still
older
looked
and older.
fine and all, but
Yeah, but he didn't want to get in like shirtless, running around jacked shape. Like
I mean, we could say the same thing about Chris Pratt. He wasn't shirtless and running around.
he actually
I was
looked
quite
like
disappointed.
really skinny in this. Like his face looked really skinny. I don't know if like maybe he's like doing another role where he has to be like less like
I think he
leaner.
is. I think he is.
Yeah, he's filming The Terminal List as well, and he had to stay in crazy shape for that. So.
Okay, super chat, folks. Bank of Hostman, hello, Hostman. $5. Vex should get together with Razorfist sometime. The stream would be demonetized after 6 seconds.
Yeah.
That long.
So I'm going to tell you what I thought of this movie, and I'm going to go against the tide. I thought it was really enjoyable, a lot of fun. I thought, I heard the criticism from Drinker and everybody else, and everybody's saying the same thing. I don't know who the Warlock fella is, so I haven't got any reference to the comic. I just thought it was just a lot of fun right across the board. I wasn't bored at any moment in the film. Somebody said that Gamora's character had changed, but you have to remember it's a different timeline. So, for instance, it's basically the Back to the Future 2 timeline, isn't it? Where you pluck someone out from the past, and if they go down a different avenue, they will change. And just so happens that she changed from who she was previously because she went down the different avenue. Now she's changed into a real arsehole. And I understood that, but obviously other people see it in a different way. Chris Pratt's performance was fine. It was fine. It wasn't mind blowing. It was fine. James Gunn basically took all the traits that we learned from the first one and the second one and kind of made it bigger. Like the bit where he says you walk into a trap, which I thought was quite funny. He goes, "It's not a trap. It's a standoff." You knew he was going to do something. Was it standoff? You knew he was going to do something. And when he did do that thing, he did. And I just thought that was really funny. And there are stupid moments in it, of course. And the film is not perfect, but it has a lot of love in there, and because I'm a lot older, I feel nice and fluffy. When you get to my age, you feel fluffy and stuff.
Speak for yourself here.
Well, okay, I can speak for myself. But I just thought I just thought it was very entertaining, and I was kind of satisfied towards the ending of the film. And I didn't understand the last bit after the credits when he was talking to his uncle. I didn't understand it at all.
Honestly, that of all the spoilers to talk about, that's like a nothing spoiler.
I didn't understand the point of that at all. But I did like the idea that I think James Gunn was saying, look, I'm done with this. That's why he leaves, doesn't he? I mean, he says he's got to go and visit his uncle. Mantis has a stupid reason for leaving. She's just got to find herself, which doesn't make any sense. And Rocket. Rocket takes over, doesn't he? So, and I think that's really good because, I think James Gunn was saying, it's not the end, but I'm leaving, and whoever's going to take over, this is what you've got to deal with now. I think that's what James Gunn was saying towards the ending, and again, I would say to you guys, I thought it was entertaining. I don't understand where all this hate.
I thought it was good. I thought it was
a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And it's not perfect. It's stupid. But then again, Guardians of the Galaxy films are stupid. Do you know what I mean? And it just kept to the right tone. Stop interrupting me! It's
that's your
kept
job.
The right tone. It's got the right tone. That's what. Anyway, I'll stop now. I just thought it was entertaining.
Which actress did you want to know?
Who plays the green girl?
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana. She said she's not doing another one.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
None. Yeah,
I don't think. Don't blame her. Are any of them going to? I kind of get the feeling the CGI characters might continue.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is that they're going to want another one, but they won't get Chris Pratt. They won't get Zoe. What they're left with is the CGI Rocket.
Yeah.
The guy with the funny head, which is James Gunn's brother, I think.
Yeah.
And who else was there?
Adam Warlock.
And Adam Warlock, and that's it. Because those characters, you could keep doing movies with them, can't you?
Well, I mean, anyone could do I Am Groot.
Yes, I'm saying. So you can do movies with them. That was so a lot of people that criticize this, they don't see that, and I saw it. You know what I mean? I knew what Gunn was doing there. I knew he was stripping it and prepping it for somebody else to take over. that's what he was doing, and he probably knew when he spoke to Pratt. Pratt probably told him, "I don't want to make any more." So he had to create something so that he would leave, and the other girl would leave. And do you know what I mean?
Did he
so
say,
I think,
Pratt, don't be a Pratt, do it all?
well, he doesn't want to. I don't blame him. Why would you want to be stuck with that?
Green
character,
chicks
you
are
know?
so hot. Yeah, She-Hulk. Oh.
And I love the backstory with Rocket. I thought was a lot of fun.
That was the best part of the
Yeah.
entire movie for me. I would rather they just focused more on that instead of all of that cutting in and out of like a lot of that movie could have been edited down, in all honesty.
Yeah. And it's
So-
stupid that they destroy the entire world and nobody mentions it. That was one of the dumb moments in the film. You know, and you know, you think somebody's going to die and they don't, and you think, because I honestly thought that the main, you know who I'm talking about, was going to die, and I was like, oh, okay, that's the reason why. And
Yeah,
then,
what level of spoilers are we at? I'm just curious.
I don't know. But I think I've given it away.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's your job. You always give it away, don't you?
I do. Sorry.
I
You're
did
the
have a
spoiler
problem.
master.
I did have a problem with what they did to Nebula and Gamora because they weren't attractive to look at all.
No, you're right.
What?
You're absolutely right.
I made this comment in my video as well, but Nebula, even when they released that god awful poster a few months ago, it's same thing. There's some scenes where it kind of looks like she has a beer gut almost. It's a little bit weird.
What?
But it looks like you're looking at Yondu with Nebula's head on the body throughout the entire movie. And same with Gamora. Like even when we first encountered Gamora in like Guardians of the Galaxy 1, same thing. She's still kind of running with Thanos a little bit, right? So more or less, you can kind of say that these two are a little bit on par, but they take out any cleavage. Her hair is just all greasy and hanging limp.
But
She doesn't look good.
But then that's the agenda that's
Yuck.
running through Marvel stuff,
Yuck.
isn't it? And that's you can understand why they look like that, because the agenda is stronger than any kind of artistic merit these days, isn't it?
The
So-
agenda
Yeah,
is strong
even
in this
the
one.
Aisha, the High Priestess. I don't know what was going on with the makeup for her, but her wig was god awful.
yeah.
Here you go, folks. Hostman Socrates. And I still can't speak, sorry. Rest in peace, hot Karen Gillian Yulon.
But again, Bex, did you not notice that they got rid of all the people that are really well known in Hollywood now, and they knew they couldn't get them? They got rid of Karen Gillian, they got rid of Mantis because she's pretty freaking hot without all that makeup, and obviously the main star. Those ones went off, and the ones that are left, you can create other if they need to.
Elizabeth the Blicky, the one who plays Aisha, is pretty hot too.
She's very hot IRL.
Here you go, folks. Bridget Moore in the chat. Beer guts can be sexy. I've been told that.
But I mean, I would recommend. I would recommend it. I had a ball watching it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Okay, so you recommend it.
I understand.
I mean, I recommend it as well. I don't
okay.
think. Yeah, I wasn't. So I was just being critical of certain parts, but overall, I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah,
I'm on the fence. I would wait until it comes out.
Well, I didn't expect anything else from you, Vex.
Sexist much today, Ian?
Cancelled.
Z, thoughts?
I'm going to watch it on Tuesday or Wednesday. So I haven't seen it yet. You've ruined it for me.
I just don't want to see an animal snuff movie. I just don't. I'm not up for that.
Well, then you might not want to see certain parts of this.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're not going to want to see half of this movie then, because that's half the plot right there.
Right. Yeah,
I kind of briefly mentioned this yesterday on the Godfather stream. I don't think I care anymore.
Yeah, I understand. A lot of people don't care about Marvel stuff anymore.
What about everybody in the chat? I don't care about this anymore.
Like about Marvel or?
Yeah, I would go see every Marvel film. I would go see my friend who lives a considerable distance away, and we would make an event of it. I've not seen any of these, and I don't care anymore.
Well, as I said, I think this one's a good one to go out on. This one, so
it's definitely better than everything else Marvel has been putting out.
No, definitely. Marvel, no cry.
Definitely. Definitely.
No Marvel, no
I
crazy.
saw Princess Fiona mention Elizabeth Debicki's height. She's actually 6'3". She's incredibly
What?
tall. Yeah, they actually have to like essentially
like
film
that.
her from a distance a lot of times because she's just towers over like the men.
Another thing that bothered me slightly, I don't know if you guys noticed it, when Groot, right? This is a major spoiler, so close your ears. When
Spoiler,
Groot got decimated by Warlock, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was like a little spider running around.
A little crab.
And then suddenly he's back to who he was. Didn't they not do that in the other movie where he was destroyed and then basically it took him a long time?
He went as a baby.
So I don't understand.
It's a little different. I can explain that slightly.
Okay.
So as long as his head is intact, he can regrow.
See. Okay, I never knew that.
The thing about from the first movie was that was essentially him having to rebuild from like a seed,
a twig.
Yeah, like a twig.
Right, gotcha.
So he was essentially reborn. It's the same Groot sort of, but it's almost like a reincarnation of him that way. And so as long as his head is intact, he can regrow his entire body.
And I thought the villain was really good. He didn't need any motivation. He was so evil that you just have to just go with it. Do you know what I mean? I just thought he was great. The guy who played the villain. Anyway.
Okay, so
the villain was great.
Yeah.
So, are we recommending it then?
I am.
A soft recommend with just the head over.
Soft recommend.
I am Groot.
A very unerect recommendation. So.
Okay.
Jim D makes a very important comment there. Jim D.
Okay, let me scroll up and look for Jim D's comments. Is it this one, perhaps?
Yes.
Would you care to read it, Probby?
Jim D says, "What is it with people these days? Ignorance or apathy? I don't know, and I don't care."
I love that joke. I've heard that before, and it's one of my favorite.
Are you saying it's not original?
Is that a thinking man's joke? It sounds like it.
It is.
Well, I'm not a thinking man, so
I'm thinking.
You just need the head to think, apparently.
Oh.
Just the tip of the head?
Vex.
What? All you need is the head to survive, and you could regrow the rest.
Vex, come on. Vex.
I didn't even realize that
Who
was
invited her on? Who invited her on?
Me. It's me. It's my fault. Sorry.
Listen,
I mean,
at
it
least
is
I'm
your
not talking
channel,
about
Brown. You're allowed to
countries and all that
invite
stuff.
whoever you want.
Welcome to Talking Over Each Other on the Brown Alliance. Okay, shall we move on? So,
I recommend it, definitely.
Okay.
Soft recommend for me. Soft recommend.
We
In the
convinced her. Recommend
theatre or in India?
Okay. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Ian. Sorry, mate.
Theatre or India?
Theatre.
It's
always theatre. It's
Okay,
always cinema.
folks.
Because you can't criticize something unless you see it the way it's supposed to be shown. I'll always say that to the Lord. I always say that to him. I always say that to him. So anyway, whatever.
India is out of bounds, everybody. Go see it at the theatre. Moving on.
But not really.
But not really.
It's a slow news week.
Not
a lot going on.
Is that good? Anyone?
That's not bad for an opening weekend. No, it's a little low for a Marvel release, though.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 earns $282 million worldwide in its opening weekend.
I don't understand. I don't have anything to reference it. Is that good or bad?
I'll pull up the rest of them.
I kind of think that's decidedly average, but considering it's okay. Yeah?
Thor: Love and Thunder had 303.2 million.
Oh,
so
we still got Sunday. We still got Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe it just needs word of mouth to people to say that it's quite entertaining.
Well,
Who knows? Or
soft
maybe
Word of
recommend-
mouth isn't good right now, though.
Soft recommendations are not working.
Well,
I mean,
Needs to be
You
hard.
need a stiff recommendation.
that's coming from Vex. Definitely.
People in the chat, are you going to go see Guardians?
It's
don't
worth
think
it
I'm-
on the big screen,
Oh.
and
It
James
is.
Gunn made sure to make it worth it on the big
Yeah.
screen because there's like
Okay.
40 iterations of it for the big screen. So
It is worth it.
yeah,
Well, I mean, you know, as I said, all the big hitters disagree with me. Actually, I think Gary liked it, and so did Jeremy. He liked it, but
Yellow
Drinker
Flash
hated
liked
it.
it as well.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, there's mixed reviews on it, but I'm on the side of it's entertaining. It's not perfect, you know. If you want to go and see it, you know, I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Here you go, John Osachuk. Thor: Love and Thunder made $5 for the second weekend.
All right.
And $1 for the third, yeah. Renielle, she's married apparently. Not going to see it.
Yeah.
Dark Side Bob, nope. Andy, yes.
Mm.
Sanity Clause, nope.
I like his avatar.
Jim D in the chat, yes.
It's very mixed.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
John, yes.
but the reason
Bank,
why it's
nah.
mixed. Sorry, go ahead. It's
Okay.
because Marvel and the people that are in charge have made us this way. They've given us crap after crap after crap. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's Disney as well. That's a very good point. I just don't want to give them my money.
Mm.
I don't think that this
Satisfying-
one's going to have as big of a drop off in the second week as some of the other films, though.
What do you want, Vex?
I'm sorry, I don't want us to talk over each other, so I'm just being polite.
That's Ian's job.
I was gonna say it's not woke, so it's not pushing a message like a lot of the other Marvel stuff is. I think at most, if it is a little bit woke, it masculinizes its females a little too much and feminizes most of its males. But that's about it.
Here you go, Princess
So-
Fiona, best Marvel film since Endgame, but that's not saying much.
I will say this about what you just said, sort of. They have a point where they talk about how good of a father Drax is. And that was a little weird for me from Disney because they tend to like
hate fathers.
Yeah, hate dads. So that was a little strange.
Bad dad.
I'm going to push back a little bit and say that isn't too strange because that's been a pretty central part of his backstory. Like Thanos killed his wife and child,
Agreed.
and that's why he's kind of out doing what he's doing.
I get that part, but what I'm saying is I'm surprised that they were so like on the nose about it. They were just like, it wasn't even like, oh yeah, maybe this is a good, like it was like literally came out and be like, no, you're a great dad. And that was a little weird by Disney.
It was weird in the way it came out because it was definitely a plot convenience when that happened as well. So it almost came out of like left wing completely when it did happen.
Here you go, folks. Hostman in the chat. Rest in peace, Guardians of the Galaxy Yulon.
Oh dear.
Getting
But I mean,
stupid
you know, it's obvious that he
Very good.
Yondu
Yondu.
cared a lot about, you know, for
He did.
he did and even in the first one you could see, you know, Yondu's
like his
rough
father.
exterior. Yeah, exactly. And it made it even more so in the second one. So, you know.
Here you go, folks. Melvin Deeply in the chat. Been muted for about 20 minutes and still on Guardians. And spoilers in the chat too. Wonderful.
We did
Sorry,
say there
Melvin.
was going to be spoilers.
Sorry, Melvin.
We did say, Melvin.
Sorry.
We
I didn't
warned
say.
everybody.
Yeah, I did say.
I think we kept the spoilers sort of minimal.
But
yeah, honestly, like the biggest letdown for me will always be Adam Warlock, especially considering the fact they set up for him at the end of the second movie. What was that at this point?
Actually, they set up for him at the end of Thor 2 in 2013. That
that
was
too. Yeah.
What?
yeah. And this is what we get.
But that's
10 years later.
because the actual agenda that's when the agenda was actually picking up, wasn't it? And now we got, you know, the worst. So yeah.
And I like the actor. I don't remember his name, but I do like the actor who played him. I just don't think he was the right actor.
No, I don't think he was either.
Here you go, folks. Smilex. Somehow Palpatine returned.
But Smilex is your avatar looks like the Rocket's
Lila,
friend.
the otter.
Lila,
Yeah. I don't know if it was deliberate.
I was crying in the theater at those rocket scenes. I'm not
Oh, were
gonna
you?
lie. Yeah, I'm a bit of a sap in that respect.
I had
yeah.
I had some tears.
bit like Groot.
But that's what I'm
I am
saying, right?
Groot.
When the others were reviewing it, they didn't mention any of that stuff. I listened very carefully to what the drinker was saying, and it's kind of like one person says they don't like this, and the other person goes, "Yeah, I agree," blah blah blah, and it just kept going like a wave. Do you know what I mean?
I
And it's like,
noticed
well,
that as well, is nobody
yeah,
wants to point out the fact that there are some good things about
they
that
are, yeah,
movie. And
yeah.
the Rocket Raccoon part is 100, like it makes up for all of the bad things we're pointing out here right
Well,
now.
okay.
So that's why I still recommend going to see it in the theater, because for that half of the plot, it's like it really does do justice, and it feels like you're watching a pre-Disney Marvel film
Okay,
again.
so we've kind of moved on a little bit from a soft recommendation.
Still a
It's
soft
just a
recommendation.
tad.
It's
Okay.
It's not rock hard.
It's a semi.
it's yeah.
A semi recommendation, everybody. On that,
She just
we'll
can't
move
help
on.
herself, can she?
And we'll move on. But not really.
Oh, not really.
It's a shoehorn.
Okay, just for Melvin. Okay, probably the last photograph they're ever going to take together
Yeah.
on set.
Fascinating.
So, do you think this has given people hope that his tenure at DC is going to be a good one?
Actually did give me hope. I mean, if he writes
hope.
like
Bob
this,
hope.
yeah, no hope and Bob hope. If he writes like this for Superman, then I'll be happy as long as
Okay.
he keeps Superman. Do you know what I mean? So
This
It-
made
it
me
definitely-
worry about Superman.
did it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Again,
so?
it's like he did great with Rocket Raccoon, but in
Mm.
order to get that story going so well, he nuked basically every other character. So this showed me, if anything, that he doesn't know how to balance.
I don't know. I don't think it nuked every character. As I said, right, he's bouncing off the last two. We know exactly what Peter Quill is like now. So he just bounced off that. He doesn't need to do any more Peter Quill because we know, but we didn't know the backstory of Rocket, and that's why he focused
I
on
wanted
that.
more Peter Quill.
Well, yeah, but there's so many characters. It's hard to juggle.
I mean, at this point, the first two movies were almost exclusively about him.
Yeah.
I'm okay with them moving away from that.
Yeah.
And don't forget, he played a significant role in Infinity War as well. So
It's not that I want it to be just a Peter Quill movie. It's that even I'm fine that it was mainly a Rocket Raccoon thing. It's just it felt like James Gunn muted everyone else intentionally for Rocket to take the spotlight, and I didn't appreciate that.
Here you go, folks.
Maybe you're right. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah. Go on.
Frank's lanky spank plank. Do you think they might try and do a Nostalgia Guardians movie B in the 20 years
Who
when
knows?
the MCU and the actors' careers are all washed up?
Don't know. But I tell you
They'll all
another
be
thing.
AIs by then.
So,
Vex, I'll tell you another thing that
Possibly, yeah.
really got to me was when they were trying to spoilers when they
Spoilers,
were trying
everybody.
to when they were trying to resuscitate Rocket
Mhm.
and
What?
the heart stopped and then Peter Quill went nah! Like that, and I was like, oh my god! I was there with Pete Quill.
I was
like,
there with him too. I was
exactly.
there
So
with
that's
him
what I'm
too.
saying about the film. It has heart. It actually makes you care about the characters.
It does,
And
but
to-
I'm just saying it doesn't
Yeah.
feel balanced. That's all. It's
Oh,
a
right.
mixed
Well,
bag for me.
to that
Lockdown.
extent, that's why I recommend it because it has a lot of heart and it's like it's very well, it's not very unusual, but it's very if you watch the other Marvel movies, they don't even have any of that stuff in
It
there. And
Gave you the feels.
yeah, it does.
didn't
It
it?
does. It
Yes,
does.
like Top Gun Maverick did for
Yeah,
me.
exactly. And it's
Yes.
it's welcomed by me because all the other Marvel movies that have been absolute rubbish. Don't even talk about Shang-Chi. I saw that recently. I sat through that shit and it
Not
was
seen it.
absolute rubbish.
Don't care.
Absolute rubbish.
Here you go,
See-
Princess Fiona, heart, but no story.
No, it's got a story, Princess.
Order
It has.
What?
Order fish, I can't even say it. Fishy fish says, will AI take over making all Marvel movies? Well, how would we even know?
they already had it. Already has.
It would
We
get
wouldn't-
better. That's how you'd know.
Yes, they'd be better. Yes.
Back to that
The only
question from
way.
before.
That's the
I do want some clarification. Was it asking whether or not they're going to make a movie that is them 20 years from now and they're just going to like artificially make them older, or was that a question of in 20 years will we get a Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, because they'll all be needing money for a divorce.
So, it was a question.
That's the usual. Ego Hostman.
Yeah, that question's kind of like could have went either way.
At Mr. Brown likes with me. Avatar 2 gave me the feels. Shit. Yeah, same here. I like.
But look, I think Vex is right. Look at the picture of what's his name, Drax. Look, he's overweight, isn't he? Look at him.
No, he's just a big unit.
I mean, he's just a large human being. He's like, I just don't. Like when I said I don't think he wanted to get into shape. I'm not sitting here saying that Dave Bautista is not in ridiculously good shape. I just don't think he wanted to do like the trimming, the like getting his body fat count down to be shirtless. He's still an absolute unit. That could,
the bit what's Mantis? The bit where Mantis defended Drax. That bit was great when what's her name had a go at her saying, "No, Drax is so stupid," and then she went right into her. And all those bits, they really did make the film shine for me. A lot of people a lot of people I talk to that went to see it, they seem to forget about those moments. You know what I mean? Anyway, whatever. I'll stop now.
Okay, we'll move on.
Sort of.
Superman and Guardians of the Galaxy again.
These streams just seem to be James Gunn news every week now. So, okay, James Gunn responds. I think it was yesterday. He was doing a "You can ask me anything, but I will only say yes or no."
He should stay off Twitter. He really should.
James Gunn responds yes when asked if any of the Guardians of the Galaxy cast will be in Superman Legacy.
Sean Gunn, because he puts his brother in everything.
Yeah, he has a trend of using a lot of the same people, so it wouldn't surprise me if some of these actors crossed over to the DCU.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if that was like Chris Pratt's whole thing and why he just kind of didn't care too much.
You mean cronyism and nepotism is still alive and well in Hollywood?
I know, it's mind-blowing,
Pratt as Superman.
Nah.
Karen Gillan as Superman.
That's probably more likely to happen than Chris Pratt.
You go, folks. Matt Nizak, yes, his girlfriend and brother.
I mean, I don't blame him. Those are like,
do I?
And there's one person standing there.
Christopher Nolan does the same thing too, though, right? It's people he's comfortable with. It's people he knows that can deliver. So I don't blame him for doing it. I think people are kind of they're using it against Gunn a little bit too much and criticizing him for like putting his wife and shit like that. It's a lot of directors have been known to do this. So,
well, it's his wife, isn't it? So,
what is it? Judd Apatow used to have his wife in literally every movie.
Yeah.
Superman Legacy apparently begins filming January.
I hope he's got a good script.
I hope he's got a good cast.
I hope he has a script, period, because no one's. There is a writing guild strike right now, so it'd be really hard to get one done.
Just AI.
There you go. AI will do it for you.
I hope it's really colourful, because if you look at the Zack version of Superman, it's all dull.
Yes.
And the Chris Reeves version, it's all bright and colourful and very American. So,
you go, folks. Jim D. A great choice would be Henry Cavill.
No, I agree with that. They should look into that.
Yeah, they should.
Keep him shirtless as well for half the film.
Well, he's got a 10-year plan. Could Henry still do Superman at 50?
I think I'd prefer him if he was Bond, though.
Well,
yeah, I would
definitely.
too. As the older he gets, the more you can sort of lead towards doing the Kingdom Come. That would be awesome. I'd love to see Kingdom Come in script, but done properly, obviously.
But he's also got his Warhammer series well underway now, hasn't he?
Yeah, but the Warhammer, I don't think is going to be like a thing that matters too much.
What?
I don't think it's gonna like register with a lot of casual people. I think it's gonna.
Do you know how big the Warhammer fandom is? It will blow your mind.
It is huge.
Just the fact that even if you're not a Warhammer fan, Henry Cavill is the pull for that. Like, look at all the chicks that watch The Witcher just because Henry Cavill was in it. They didn't give a fuck about the books or the game. They just went for Cavill.
Just want to see Cavill, yeah.
I'm just saying that Henry Cavill should be playing James Bond.
Cavill.
Yeah, he should be playing James Bond because Roger Moore was in his 40s when he started. I think he was late 30s. He was 40s when he started playing Bond.
Well,
and he's gonna look okay in the next 10 years. He's still gonna look all right. I'm telling you.
But Bond should be an older man anyway.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, he should.
Okay, so on 1 hour we'll move on.
You don't want us to move on, bro.
No, this is legitimately moved on this time.
So, Captain
7
America
years
Civil
ago,
War.
can you believe it? This weekend, Captain America: Civil War, 7 years ago.
You know what?
know.
I
Actually
enjoy
feels
that film
longer.
because they introduced us to Spider-Man, and I was
7
so
years ago.
excited, to see Spider-Man. There.
And this is the best Black Panther movie.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I would have thought it was longer ago. Like I feel like it feels like it came out even maybe like 9 years ago. I don't know.
Just goes to show how much content Marvel's just pumping out there, eh?
Yeah.
Well, that and the fact that there was, that whole period of time where everything felt like 1 year felt like 5.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I liked when Marvel was darker during this period. Like, because this started the whole, like, oh, now the world is after you guys, and the Avengers split up, and there's the whole, was it the super soldiers in the thing? I liked these darker takes that they were willing to take risks exploring, and now they've just watered everything down to get the across the board rating.
Winter Soldier was a great movie.
Agreed.
that
Best
was
Marvel
terrific.
movie.
It's probably the best Marvel movie.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And they're
It's really
also well motivated with the Sokovia Accords. It was like all the stuff that they've been doing in all the other movies that had consequences, and now they have to address those.
Yeah,
you can't just travel the world intervening in other people's affairs.
Yeah, but again, that didn't make any sense, right? There was no one defending what they did. Like what's his name? Iron Man was like, oh, that guy died, whatever. But nobody stepped up and said, look, how many people did you save? And how many people died? You saved the whole fucking country, for God's sakes. Do you know what I mean? And nobody said it in the film, which didn't make any sense at all. At all.
I feel like they alluded to that, right? But then it was always because the movie opens up, if I remember correctly, it's Wanda and the black dude and Cap, and they're in.
Do better, Vex. Do better.
Get in the bin.
An African
Wanda,
town
the
or
token
whatever.
guy, somebody else.
But that's what I'm saying. The reason why nobody defended it was because of the film had to move on that way. And it didn't make it. That was bad script writing. Nobody defended it. Not one Avenger stood up and said, how many people did we save? What the hell are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? Not one.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is with Civil War, it was kind of a thing that it felt like they needed to do for the rest of the movies to make sense going forward. It wasn't like, I still found it to be pretty good. But in hindsight, you see why they made a lot of choices that they did, even if they didn't make a lot of sense at the time.
I think I was a bit indifferent to it, but there you go.
I also am a big fan of the Civil War comic series, which is completely different than this. So
Winter Soldier was the best one.
Yeah, Winter Soldier.
Yeah, really good.
Peak ScarJo as well.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No, I'm gonna say peak ScarJo was like Iron Man 2.
Well, actually, I think peak ScarJo was the island. But
do you know what? Right, she looked hot in Iron Man 2 with the
did.
long red hair and the skin tight costume, and then
she looked like a woman.
Exactly. Somebody said, "Oh, we can't have that." Do you remember when she was changing her clothes in the back of the car and all that?
Winter Soldier look was incredible.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, but you haven't explained what a woman is. So
let's not go down that rabbit hole, please.
God damn it.
Let's not get bogged down.
Let's not get bogged down. Let's move on.
Move along.
This was announced this week.
Oh.
Yay.
Babylon 5 animation. What?
No. Bring the series back. What's wrong with these people?
They're all dead.
Cartoon? No, new people. Get new people to play the characters. Bloody hell. What's wrong with them? Seriously.
I'm blocked by J. Michael Straczynski on Twitter for some reason.
Dick pics again, Brown.
No. I would always if you know when you get these trolls who wade in, I would always defend Babylon 5, and for some reason I've got
You
blocked.
defended it too well. Clearly.
Yes.
Babylon 5.
But anyway.
I mean, it was a bit ballsy to run it up against Deep Space Nine, but I managed to watch both.
Babylon 5 was fantastic.
That was one of the very first TV series that used computer-generated ships, wasn't it? Babylon 5.
And it shows.
Commodore Amigas.
It does, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good though.
This would be a perfect Series 3 master with modern graphics.
Yeah, definitely.
Late 7
If I-
first.
That's never going to happen. If I remember correctly, this was going to be remade. First season was going to be out this year on the CW, but the CW got sold, so all projects were
Probably just
cancelled.
as well if it was on the CW.
Apparently, the head honcho of CW was a massive B5 fan, hence why it was going to get made. But then CW got sold, so I assume it's kind of in limbo. And maybe the compromise is an animation.
That's weird that the CW got sold because it's like it was like co-owned by like two networks technically.
Yeah.
It was like co-owned by like WB and CBS. I think that's where it comes from, C and B.
Yeah.
C and W, I mean.
Well, we know why they fell, don't we? Sorry, go ahead.
Gunzy.
This would be a perfect way for a backdoor pilot. I mean, if the response to this is very strong, it may spur them into commissioning a mini-series.
Well, here's hoping they do it right.
Spoiler alert, they probably won't.
Yeah.
I just think maybe it should just be left alone.
Yeah, you're probably right, Ian, but you know,
While
we need stuff on TV that's good.
it was almost for me, it was almost a masterpiece, but because they didn't know if there was going to be a fifth season, season 4 was it was all kind of shoehorned into season 4. No cigar. It's an amazing program, but just no cigar. I think they should leave it alone. But anyway, that's just me. Shall we move on?
Move along.
Move along.
Yes.
Great stuff.
Who
This
remembers
makes me
this?
feel old.
May the 1st, 1983, 40 years ago, the original V aired as a 2-part.
When in England, we know why, don't we? In England, the reason why that was
The
aired was to go up against the Olympics. So
I stayed up late to watch this.
Oh, this was fantastic. I love V.
Especially when
they never had any toys, and when you saw the toys,
they did
in the episode, but not in the UK, I don't think, because I never saw them. And when you had the little ships and the little figurines in the actual story, I was like, I want that shuttle ship now.
Shuttle ship.
A great series. I recently bought the box set because
nice.
I hadn't had it in ages, so I went out and got it, and it's great. And little side story.
A side story.
Jane Badler is also a singer. She does music, and I was going to do a remix for her at some point, and she sent me a CD, which is very nice.
Yeah, the show was really good. I remember them showing the clip from it, and just seeing and just seeing the UFOs above the sky. Because in those days, you never saw anything like that, and you're like, "Wow, I want to see this." So it did pull a lot of audience away from the Olympics.
Yeah, it's where Independence Day nicked their idea for their sources.
Yeah, more or less.
Really, I've never heard of this series.
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
Get in the bin.
Sorry.
What is going on?
I was negative 6 years old when this came out. I'm sorry.
Dark Hour question.
Yes.
Have you heard of World War II?
I indeed have. So, considering the fact my name is reverse engineered from
I
a
watched
famous,
Blake Seven when I was a
speech.
kid. I watched Blake Seven as a little kid, as a toddler, and I still know what it was.
Are
and
you
I still
comparing
know.
this show
and
to
he's
World
still-
War II? I'm just
and he's
throwing this
still
out there.
hanging on about it now. Here you go. R2B2. Vex is fired.
I'm sorry.
So here you go. M. Duke. The very influential sci-fi. It is. It's fantastic.
Okay,
Apparently,
it's on the
it's the-
watch list then.
Apparently,
I
it's
will
the
watch
World
it.
War II of sci-fi shows. So.
Freddy Krueger played an alien in
He
V.
did, yeah, he did.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you'll love it.
Willie.
There's a hybrid birth scene which will just
Oh
like,
gosh.
what
Yes,
the
fuck.
How
hell?
long did this show
Really?
run for?
And the gerbil.
It's really
Well,
funny,
Oh,
right?
the
Because,
hamster. That was
because that woman fell in love with Freddy Krueger, right? But she knew what he looked like underneath the mask. 'Cause it's like,
because she's not racist, Ian.
What does race have to do with it?
if you know the show, you'd understand
Okay.
what.
I will say,
Okay.
I think when it came back for season 2, I think
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
The theme music was one of the best TV themes ever.
I didn't like season 2.
It was
Yeah,
the
with the
TV
Star
series.
Child.
The TV series was not good, but
No.
the mini series
Yeah,
and
was fantastic.
the final battle was
Mm.
great. And it should have gone on for another one, but they couldn't pull that off.
Yeah.
It was very, very, very expensive to make at the time.
Yeah, I also like the reboot as well. A lot of people probably didn't see it or didn't like it, but I actually thought it was pretty good. And they had a few Easter eggs in there. Diana came back as kind of a similar character, but not the
Oh,
same.
wow.
How many seasons did this run for?
It was 2 mini-series, and there was
Okay.
one full series which was unrelated to the actual mini-series, which is
Yeah,
really
it's a bit-
strange. Yeah,
Gotcha.
really
And
not
it's
well
on
thought out.
absolutely nothing for free in the United States. So. But you're in Canada, so.
At the time, I think it was the most expensive TV series ever produced.
Wow. Okay.
You could tell it was fantastic. But anyway, okay. Cult classic, everybody. V.
Yeah, watch it.
Oh, gold. Punchable face, everyone. Punchable face.
Oh, here you go. Titty, everybody, is reportedly committed to directing his Star Wars film next year.
No, thank you. You can keep
No
it.
thanks.
Honestly, just like I'm just posing the question.
Gross.
okay? Why are they putting Taika Waititi on all of these projects when there is very clearly nobody interested in seeing his shit anymore?
Well, here you go. Bag off, yes.
Well, right now, he might be the only person willing to write, which is scary in and of itself.
Ooh.
Because if there's one person who doesn't care about
Writing.
well, anything for that matter, it's him. So he wouldn't care about a strike.
There's an
There you go.
article recently about KK, and it's a creative genius. It's a creative genius, Kathleen
What?
Kennedy. I'm like, what? So there you go.
It wasn't written by Frank Marshall, was it?
Probably.
Thinking man's joke, everybody. You're welcome. Here you go. Lord Thoth. Hello, Lord.
Hey.
Diversity and inclusion is why. Here you go, Iceman. Another solo type disaster coming. I kind of get the feeling the chat are looking forward to this.
But not to actually watch it. They're looking forward to watching everything else that has to do with it.
Hate watching it, maybe.
Yeah. No, not even hate watching, just watching it crash and burn.
Yeah.
Here you go, Rennie L. Apparently she, I think she's married. He sucked at directing Thor.
It did, and also there's a writer's
seen it.
strike over there, so
Never
they're
seen
not going to get anything done.
And
You
it's
know.
affecting Marvel and Lucas
Yeah.
Studios as well.
In
so-
fairness,
Hmm.
in fairness to the sucking at directing Thor, he sucked at directing Thor when he wrote it. He did a pretty damn good job when he wasn't the one who wrote it. Ragnarok was also his.
Yeah, I'll do that.
The problem is if you give Taika too much freedom, he goes off the rails to a level that most people won't.
Not Brian in the chat. Egotistical bell end.
Works for me.
Subtle.
Mhm.
I like it.
He thinks he's very funny.
He does.
And-
He isn't funny.
When you think you're funny, folks,
John Cleese, he's funny.
You're
That's funny.
usually not very funny.
No.
Just saying.
What was that film that he was in with the one with the computer game, and he was in a computer?
Free Guy.
Free Guy. He was not funny in that film.
He
But
was
the
in
way he
that
was
film?
strutting around,
He
you'd
had
think that
yeah,
he was
just
the biggest
acting in it though.
Yeah, but he was trying to be funny and he wasn't. So that's the thing.
I find his kind of humour very samey. Every film that he's done, they all tell the same sort of jokes, and
Yeah, I can see that.
it doesn't have the same impact the more of him that you watch.
Mm.
He turns his humour volume up to 9.5. If he limited himself to about 8.5, I think he'd genuinely be funny. But it's just that extra little percentage.
I think you're being generous with the 9.5. I think he goes straight to 11.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to do the Spinal Tap reference.
He was
but-
responsible for wrecking Thor's character, though. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
He's
think
a
he would be a
shit.
funny bloke if he just turned his sniffing of his own farts down a little. But that's just me.
I just still can't get over the fact that he willingly fornicated with Tessa Thompson.
Sorry.
Tessa Thompson.
And not even just willingly, he had a threesome with her.
Sorry. Bilious attack.
Everybody get in the bin.
Get in the bin. Moving on. Oh,
Is this a surprise to anybody? I mean, really?
I am a bit surprised. I
I
thought
am as
he
well.
would have lost more than that.
really?
I
But
mean,
this-
no one likes him.
Nobody.
James
Nobody.
Corden, everybody.
His
is coming
mother
back to Brighton.
disowns him. I mean, come on.
No,
Right.
the story goes that he was offered more money to carry on,
What?
and he said that the reason why he turned it down was because he was missing his family. He was saying that he's talking
They
to his
didn't miss
father on
him.
the phone, and he said that he can't. Where he was, he couldn't just get in his car and go and visit his dad, and that kind of played on him. And then he said, "You know what? Right, my life's more important than X amount of money." So that's why he quit, according to him. Because I saw he was on the with the radio show guy. Used to be really. What's his name?
Richard Bacon.
The guy with the dark hair and glasses, long dark hair and glasses. What's his name?
Howard Stern?
Howard Stern. He was on Howard
Oh,
Stern,
wow.
and that's what he said on Howard Stern. So there you go.
Yeah.
I'm
Apparently,
yet to
he
meet
turned
somebody
it
from the UK that wants him back.
Yep, nobody.
His
It's
dad.
a lie. No, I doubt that. They were probably, thank God he's gone.
Yeah,
But-
you guys really gave us a solid gift with that one.
There you go.
You're welcome.
Hashtag R2Me2.
To me too.
That was mine. I came.
Corden has no talent.
I wouldn't say that. That's being a bit harsh, I reckon.
Yeah, I think it is as well.
No, he genuinely does have.
No, he does have talent.
No,
it's
he
just
does
that.
not.
He just
No, he
annoys
does.
everybody.
No,
He
doesn't.
does.
He doesn't.
Well,
Prove
what's
it.
wrong with you?
Prove
They would
it.
never have hired him if he didn't have talent, mate.
Look at Hollywood and tell me they don't hire people without talent. I mean, really?
You've seen Ezra Miller, right?
This guy has talent. He does have talent.
What
It's just that he's-
talent? What's his talent?
Did you
Pissing
not see
people
him in the BBC shows that he was in?
No, they were too depressing.
Here you go. Nikki
Mm.
Relihan.
Yeah, there you go.
No talent is a talent, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Much like this channel, yes.
I mean, his shows got ratings, so he must have been doing something right.
Maybe there was nothing else on. I don't know.
Here you
Well,
go,
I mean,
Time Profit.
it's literally like a show that's on at like
No talent.
midnight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, there's not really anything else on.
Mm. Okay.
Anybody watch the final car karaoke?
No,
Who was on it?
why?
Adele.
Ah.
No. Can't stand the man. I wouldn't break if I saw him crossing the street. He's so obnoxious.
Accelerate. Oops. Sorry.
What's that other one? I wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire. That's
Yeah.
another one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waste of.
Wasn't he in that Cats movie as well?
Yes, he was.
God.
Okay.
I
He was
think
the fat
everybody
cat,
was in
right?
Cats.
He was, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it can't be the thin cat, can it?
Has
Come on,
anybody
let's face
seen
it.
Cats? Apparently
No.
it's
Why would I
really,
see that?
really awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I heard too. Yeah.
Worst thing
Yeah.
since dogs. That's what Ricky Gervais said.
Okay. So
Get
the
him.
actual program was losing 20 million. We got a little bit sidetracked
I
there.
am not surprised. Not surprised.
Why?
As was
How?
mentioned earlier, it's a surprise it wasn't more.
But as I said, is he lying though on the Stern show?
course he's
Because he literally
lying.
said that they offered him more money to stay, and he turned it down. So is he lying? What do you
He's
reckon?
lying.
Pass. Okay.
Lying toe rag.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie rumored to have been offered Fantastic Four.
Be great because she does look like the character. So that would
Do you have the other actor that reportedly accepted a role as well? Do you have that on the slideshow?
No.
Adam Driver was apparently offered Reed Richards,
Oh,
and
yeah, I saw that.
allegedly
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
accepted.
Oh
God help
no,
us.
the
No.
ugliest Reed Richards ever. Come on, what is up with Hollywood?
Get in the bin.
What?
You know, I don't mind either of the casting, to be honest,
no.
but I just want to see some fresh faces.
Yeah, someone new.
Yeah.
I want to see a normal face, not Adam Driver's face.
Well,
for God's
It's
sake.
impossible.
Margot Robbie hasn't, to my knowledge, hasn't been in a Disney product yet. So unless, I mean, I do know that she played Harley Quinn. So if you're looking at it as she's already played a comic character, so she's not a fresh
It's
face
not-
because of that. I
Yeah.
understand. But I can understand 100% where you're going with Adam Driver. It's kind of the porting over of people between the two main franchises is getting pretty annoying.
It's not even that. It's just I see her in everything now, and I see him in everything. I just want to see some new faces. I feel like I'm seeing the same actors in literally everything, whether it's Marvel or
folks.
DCU.
Gui Ramos. It might be too late for the F4 after Endgame. That would have been a good window.
It would have. It would have.
It's
And also,
just
the
hard
fact
when
that
you're
when I remember when I was reading the Fantastic Four comics, obviously, they drew Reed Richards like Paul Newman. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, he's an older man. He's an older chap, a distinguished chap, and a very intelligent chap. That's exactly what Mr. Fantastic is. Adam Driver. No, I'm sorry. He's absolutely nothing like Reed Richards' character. Why would you put him in that role? Only dumbasses will put him in that role. Then
Well,
again,
it's Hollywood.
Yeah, Disney and Hollywood, isn't it? So.
Yeah, particularly Disney. When did they make sense?
I mean, all I could say is that I hope that he nails it because, like, he deserves a little bit more than he's been getting. He was saddled. He was saddled with like a lot of baggage for the Star Wars sequels that I don't think was really his fault. It was just poor script writing, you know.
But I'm sorry, but he's wrong. He's the wrong casting for this. He is absolutely wrong. Reed Richards is an older man, what maybe in his mid-40s, right? Looks intelligent. You can't tell me looking at Adam Driver, you get the feeling that he's intelligent. I'm not obviously not having a go at him. I mean, I'm sorry, he does not. He does not exude intelligence. Physically, he doesn't. He may be intelligent.
I get what you
mean. You know what I'm saying.
Well, he's a good actor then. Well, then he must be a good actor because if he's playing somebody dumb, here we go. Princess Fiona, $2. The dumbest actor playing the smartest man. Yeah, so he's a good actor. Yeah,
he is a good actor. Unfortunately, he doesn't even look like the character. You might as well just put, I don't know, Denzel Washington to play what's his name, Reed Richards. You know what I mean? They probably will do that actually.
Can I hear
that would be my
very,
cat
very
fighting?
angry
Just give me a
pussy?
second.
Wow, some serious fight going on.
Got some rogue pussy going on over there.
Here we go, folks. Look, here we go. Renielle, apparently she's married. Ian is right.
I think so, because I'm Ian.
Oh, Andy, yeah. Morlock. God, chat's moving up. Sorry. Stephen Hawking intelligence.
Yeah, but that's
sorry about that.
That's different. That's different, I think.
Keep your pussy in order.
Here you go, Iceman. What about Mark Wahlberg? Yes. What about him?
I mean, he exists.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
I don't know what that question's in regards. Is that to be Reed Richards? Because no.
Okay. Can anybody think of anybody for Reed Richards?
He's not right, Mark Wahlberg. Not right.
Honestly, I just don't really even think. I think at this point,
Cavill.
Yes, there you go.
Cavill would be good.
Are you all right there, Vex?
Oh, I'm just holding my hand up. I don't want to interrupt. That's all.
That's Ian's job.
What did you guys think of John Krasinski as?
No, big
You
ears.
didn't like that?
Well,
Ben
he
Affleck,
died,
He
didn't
played him for approximately 8 seconds.
Ben
Yeah.
Affleck.
But it's
No,
just,
Ben
would you have
Affleck's
liked to
Batman.
see him
Like
continue
to be
on with the
Reed
role?
Richards.
Like, would he have been a good fit in your opinion?
No.
That's
It's the same.
Gui
people.
Ramos.
yes,
Jim.
yes.
I don't know who he is, but
Yeah,
yes.
he
That's
played
Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah, he played
Passion
Jesus.
of
He
the
was-
Christ.
Oh yeah. Here you
he was
go.
a person of interest. He was in that.
Here you go. John said James Corden's looking for work. Oh, we're getting silly now.
Matt Damon's too. He's too
We need fresh
bloaty.
faces. We
Here
need
you
fresh
go.
Yes.
faces.
Cillian Murphy. Oh, that's a good shout.
That's not a bad one.
That's not
actually.
a bad. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Decent haircut, and he
and
could pull it
his
off, I
face
think.
looks rubbery as well. So there is that.
Yeah.
Here you go, Melvin. Yeah.
Yeah, Cavill, but I think Cavill needs to. I don't know
yes.
if he'll be right.
Here you go.
And we just argued against using the same actor over and over again. So no Cavill. Get some
bench
fresh faces
zero.
in.
These are all
Yes.
too big of people that everyone is recommending. Like, we don't need someone that famous in that role. In all honesty.
Rennie just said Christian Bale, completely forgetting he was already in the MCU.
Batman, yeah.
No, he was in the MCU already.
Oh, Rennie, I tell you what, who might make a good Reed Richards? Fugly Superman. He might make a good. I don't know if you agree. With
No.
Yeah, he
he
would
might make it
actually.
good. Yeah, he
Well,
might make
Actually, I
it
mean
good.
that's not that bad. Yeah,
He'd have to get a shave.
Yeah, he might.
yeah,
Make
because that's impossible. There's no way he could pull that off.
Yeah.
But back to Sue Storm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is this a good fit, though? In all honesty,
I think so. If they treat Sue Storm right and she's not a lady boss and she's part of the team, then yeah, it'd be awesome if she played.
this is the problem, though. It's likely going to be like that, especially with those rumors with Mila Kunis as the Thing, right?
Well, no,
No, that's not
that
true.
was a
that's not
joke,
true
I
though.
think.
Yeah, it was a joke. Yeah,
Even
But
if it is a joke, it was.
it doesn't matter who plays the Thing because it's going to be CGI anyway.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter. You can get a competent actor to play the Thing. You know what I mean? But it's Invisible Girl, it's Reed Richards, and it's Johnny Storm. Those are the ones that are important to cast.
Mhm.
So
Probby, have you got to leave us now?
Yes. Sorry, I gotta dash off.
you got to dash off, have you?
Dash off.
Thanks for joining us, my friend.
Thanks for having me. Take care, everyone. See you later.
Take care.
Bye,
Get in the
Bye.
bin. Get in the bin.
Bye. Thank God he's gone. There you
Yeah,
go.
hate him.
Thank God for that.
There's a suggestion for Reed Richards that would immediately get you demonetized.
Oh, I saw
that.
Those two words are banned on this channel.
She's very tall, isn't she, Margot Robbie? I get the
I
impression
don't think
she's
she's
quite
like
tall.
super tall. Let me see.
Is she not? She's taller than what's his name in Barbie. The guy
Ryan
who plays
Gosling?
Ken. Yeah, much taller.
What about
Really?
Steven
No,
Seagal?
she's only 5'6".
Oh, is she? Oh,
Yeah,
she
she's
looks
actually
tall.
below average. She's like almost, not below. She's the exact average height.
Steven Seagal for Reed Richards.
Yeah.
It's been silly now. Okay, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I don't care anyway, so let's move on.
What's this?
Just leave it be. Leave it.
Sylvester Stallone's
Why?
cliffhanger may get a long-awaited sequel. Apparently,
but
he's working on it. Can you
He's
believe it?
He's bloody almost 80. Do you know what I mean? What's he going to do? Come on, this is ridiculous.
I haven't seen Cliffhanger in so long that
It's a good film.
Yeah, I remember it being good. I just haven't seen it in forever.
Hasn't it got the guy from
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
It's his friend, yeah.
Which guy from Guardians of the Galaxy? I can't remember.
What's his
the
name?
father?
Yeah. Not the father. You know, the one that
Alien.
Yondu.
Yeah, Yondu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, isn't it? But and also John Lithgow played a good villain in that film as well. He was pretty funny
He did.
in the film. But I'm just saying, what can you do? I mean, the guy's really old. I mean, you know, can we believe that he can scale a mountain and the age that he is and stuff? I don't
I
know.
don't
It's
think
gonna
he
work.
scale a flight of stairs. at this stage.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever seen him go upstairs when you're watching that series is in at
Tulsa
the
King.
moment? which
Charles
Tulsa
King, yeah,
King. No,
yeah.
everything's flat and on the ground floor.
Yeah. I do like Stallone though. I think he's a really good filmmaker and also a very good writer, and he's a good actor. He's proven in Tulsa King he's a good actor.
Oh, sorry, chat's moving up. Sorry, guys. Here you go, Iceman. Stallone still kicks ass though. Tulsa King is awesome. It is.
Yes.
Everybody should check out Tulsa King.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger 2, Hang Harder.
Cliffhanger 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh dear.
Oh, here you go. I can't say it. Ohio Pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea for a series, and he's shouting.
I'm proud of you.
Ohio.
Cliffhanger 2, well hung. There we go.
There you go, Atom Gray. Cliffhanger 2, well hung.
Brilliant. That's hilarious.
Is he desperate for the work or just, I don't know?
No, I don't think he's dead. He's actually, I mean, he's had pretty consistent work over the last decade. So I think he just wants to tie up all loose ends on everything. That way nobody can come back and do anything with it afterwards.
Okay.
It seems like that's his like main goal.
Well, he was peed off that they messed up the Rocky series, didn't they? And didn't include him in the last one. Yeah, he was peed off the I don't blame him actually, because it is the Rocky series and you know, is part of Rocky, and then not to include him as well, which I think is a bit rubbish, but there you go.
I'm just loving all these like ideas for the names of the movie. Cliffhanger 2, Maverick 2.
Dark Side Bob, he must be minted. I think he is, yeah.
Technically he is, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely is.
I would just say check out Tulsa King, everybody. It's great.
I like Stallone. I think he's great.
Here you go, Bank of Hostman for $5. Bank of Hostman. Speaking of Stallone projects, check out the first Rambo graphic novel on Indiegogo, written by Sly and Chuck Dixon, featuring the Critical Drinker. Yes.
Yeah, Drinker wrote like a prequel to the actual graphic novel.
Wow.
Yeah, and Chuck Dixon is one of the best writers in comic history. So, like, if they're all working together, that is that's a fantastic combination of people for that.
Probably turned into a movie, won't they?
Yeah.
Well, it's officially licensed, so it's part of the Rambo lore.
That's nice.
Hostman, if you've got a link, if you want to throw it in the chat, once you've got the link, that'll be.
How are they gonna, if they do make it into a movie, what are they gonna do? Give him
it's
some
a prequel.
CGI.
It's a prequel.
Yes, I'm saying, what are they going to do? Give him some CGI.
So I do know a little bit about the project. That the thing that Critical Drinker wrote is not about Rambo himself. It's about his commanding officer.
It's Troutman. It's all about. Troutman. I think it's all about Troutman.
Yeah, and how like he came up with like the idea for what ended up being like Rambo's unit and all this stuff.
Yeah.
God didn't create him, I did. Yeah, that line.
Could be quite good. Anyway, okay, let's move on.
What's this? Oh, yes. This looks good.
I'm really excited for this movie.
Yeah.
Go, Tom Cruise, new shot of him fighting on top of a train in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
I like how they've got the original boss back in this one from the first one. That kind of ties it together, I guess.
Really?
Yeah. So in the first movie, he had I can't remember the actor's name. He had him. That was his boss, and he's back in this one.
I haven't read any of the plot, like nothing. I haven't even watched any of the trailers, the clips. I'm just leaving it all to the wind.
Right. Oh, fart in the wind.
There you go, Jim D. Can't wait.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks
can't
really
wait.
Good. Yeah. It's really funny because I watched
Opening day.
Mission Impossible 1 recently, and my God, Tom Cruise looks like a child in that film.
Really?
Yeah, really does.
I'm going to marathon it before this movie comes out, just so I'm,
honestly, I don't think you need to really go back to the first 3 films. I think you could probably not even.
Yeah, but the first film was really good. I mean, Brian De Palma did a really good job on the first.
I mean, they're all pretty good. I just don't think you need to go back that far.
The second one was rubbish.
I think even JJ did a reasonable job.
Yeah, no, JJ did a fantastic job. Unfortunately, he couldn't end it properly. What a crap ending for that one.
What are the
anyways,
odds that he couldn't end something? J.J.
Yeah,
Abrams?
exactly,
No way.
exactly.
That man is known for finishing.
As soon as I mention Top Gun, Time Prophet comes out with the gags. So there you go. Read it and weep, everybody. I'm genuinely looking forward to this film.
Mhm.
He's generally the last Hollywood star left that's actually making crap loads of money. He really is.
For
He's
the
also
fans,
the last
baby.
guy. Yeah. He's
the
also the last
fans.
guy that like people go like, yeah, like oh, Tom Cruise is in this movie. Like, you know,
Mm.
there's not really that's not really a thing much anymore where people
He's a
associate-
generational pull.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Here you go, folks. Hostman has posted that link for the Drinkers Indiegogo to have a look at your leisure. It's going to make $1 billion. This purely off the strength of Maverick, isn't it?
Well, no,
Just
I
for
mean,
Tom Cruise, it will.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Mission
yeah,
Impossible.
yeah.
has,
Mission
you
Impossible
know,
series. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've all been very, very successful. So
Mhm.
You go, Tim. I like saying this. Hannah Bomb. Note: Brownie has a boner for Cruise.
wow, everybody
I
knows that.
respect the professionalism of the man.
That is a respect boner, okay?
Yeah.
Yes. And it's only a month away. Oh, yes.
I thought, isn't it July? It's coming out.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, or like first
Okay.
week of July, I believe.
I think I'm going to be
So
disappointed.
it's actually 2 months away. Then.
I'm going to be really upset because I suspect it's going to end in a cliffhanger, and I
Oh,
hate
100%.
Is that why it's
cliffhangers
called
when it
part
comes to
one?
Movies.
Yeah.
I hate cliffhangers when it comes to movies. I just So anyway,
You do what? Ah!
I go when it's a cliffhanger on a movie. I always do
Well,
that.
why don't you do what certain people did with Dune, or was it June?
Dune.
Don't go see the first one and then watch them back to back.
Yeah, you could do that, I guess.
Or hope the cinema puts or the theatre puts on a double biller. That'd be great.
Remember
People
when
are
I-
still going on about these cliffhanger names, by the way.
I remember when I saw Empire Strikes Back for the first time. The kid in the front of me was crying his eyes out at the end of that film. He was literally crying.
Sounds
there you
like a football score. Mission Impossible 23, cliffhanger
2.
2.
Yeah.
Man, that's a trouncing.
Yeah.
Z, you looking forward to Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning?
Yeah, I love the Mission Impossible films with the exception of Mission Impossible 2.
Mm.
All very rewatchable. Just
Yeah.
chuck one on when you got nothing better to do.
I think
Don't be disappointed.
Mission Impossible 2 was the only film that bored me. I mean, as the film, it was just really slow. The second
It was terrible.
Oh, that was the Tandy Newton one, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
It was,
she looked
yeah.
Was
gorgeous.
that the
though.
John
John
Woo?
Woo?
John
yeah.
Woo.
Yeah,
She looked gorgeous though in that film.
she did.
Yeah,
Did you guys see what she recently said about her appearance in that movie a few
did
weeks
she
ago?
slag off Tom Cruise by any chance?
No, apparently Tom Cruise had a boner, according to her.
Oh, I
during
did
one
read
of
that. Yeah.
the- Yeah,
What?
and like, over 20 years later, she's slagging on about it. Like, oh, it made me so uncomfortable. And I'm just thinking, woman, you've literally done like half a dozen movies where you've willingly shown your tits. You
Tits,
can't
yeah.
tell me that you're ashamed of that.
Yeah.
I
I mean, even I had a boner watching the film. So there you go. There you go.
And on that bombshell, we'll move on. Okay,
Disney.
so the writing strike's going on in the States. Apparently, Disney are not having it, and they're demanding their showrunners basically, if they need to write anything, they're going to have to write something. It's not cricket, is it?
Wait, hold on.
Wait, they're demanding that they basically scab over the picket line? Is that essentially
That's what it's. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yes, Disney is demanding that showrunners work their non-writing duties during the writers' strike, stating that they are required to do their duties even if the Writers Guild of America attempts to fine you for performing
Okay, so I think I get this
such
now.
services.
The problem
due.
is that they'll get blacklisted and then they won't work ever again if they do it.
Mhm.
So they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, aren't they?
Question: what is it they're striking over?
A lot of things.
How crap everything is.
They want more,
the
pay,
scripts
don't
are.
they?
Well, yeah,
Essentially.
I thought the
the
pay
main
and
things-
having better contracts was the main things,
So
right?
those are two of the main things. They also want assurances on AI. So they want basically
Yes.
like AI to be like essentially banned. You can't use like
Yeah,
no
I
if
don't
any
blame
I'm okay with that.
if any I guess my theory would be that if any production company was caught using AI, they would essentially have to pay a large fine to the guild. That's what I would assume. There's a lot of other smaller things in there, but those are the three main ones that you
But we know why they're doing that, because if AI catches on, then they will just get rid of writers and do that.
Yeah.
So
Here you go. Speaking of AI speeches, Nick J. Townsend podcast channel. Who's going to write Biden's speeches?
Whatever child he's got in the closet.
It doesn't matter because he doesn't get through them anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't. He falls downstairs. Oh, he falls upstairs, doesn't he?
Or falls asleep.
Falls asleep. Yeah. Yeah.
I think some of the Star Wars series, is it The Acolyte, is in trouble because of this.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Because that is a terrible idea. Absolutely terrible.
Not going well for Disney, is it?
No, we can make a Winnie the Pooh film now without Disney's permission. So there you go.
Really?
Yeah, because it's out of copyright now. So we can make a Winnie the Pooh movie.
If only we knew a director.
Is that why there's that? Did I hallucinate this? Is there a Winnie the Pooh horror film?
a horror film. Yep,
there is.
Oh, is that why they're writing it? Because it's out of.
That's right, because it's out of copyright. But also, Little Red Riding Hood's out of copyright as well. So you can literally make a horror film with Little Red Riding Hood, which sounds.
Who was
like
that
a good
owned by
idea.
before?
I don't know, but it's X amount of years, and then it's out of copyright, and it's like free for all.
Smilex, there's an R-rated animated Winnie the Pooh film on the way.
Oh, cool.
So it's going to be like just bombarded with Winnie the Pooh stuff now for like the next decade, I guess. It's going to be like.
I'm okay with that. That's a nice revival. I like Winnie the Pooh.
It's like anyone can make War of the Worlds, because that's been out of copyright for a very long time. So anyone can make any version of War of the Worlds now if they wanted to.
Jim D, Disney will end up getting sold to Apple. Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. Maybe not Apple, but they will end up getting sold for sure.
At least at minimum portions of it.
I think Disney have bankrupted themselves. It's a dead man walking, and they've only got themselves to blame.
They probably won't sell as a whole at first. They'll probably start to sell off
Pixar first.
Yeah, Pixar, and then I would
Goes back
assume
to Apple.
I would assume Star Wars would be on the chopping block because they need to make something back on that.
That will go back to
They ruined Pixar, didn't they? Absolutely ruined Pixar.
Yeah. Here you go, folks. Look, R2B2. Apple doesn't want Disney. They're a liability.
Yeah, they are. I mean, look what they've done with Peter Pan. Ugh. Yeah.
Has Platoon put out his video on that yet?
Yeah, yeah.
No, he's been having.
No, not Platoon. The other one, Mr. Blue.
Yeah, I saw Blue Boy's version of it. Yeah.
The Lord is having copyright problems.
I mean, his videos are so long. I'm shocked that I'm shocked when he doesn't have copyright issues.
He's pulling his hair out trying to get past the copyright bots.
That's why I love being non-monetized. Whatever out I want, I don't care.
See, here you go, Theodore. Oh, chat's moving up. Sorry, he's trying to sort his copyright problems out. Theodore.
Platoon. Yeah, he's probably sitting in his chair with his cognac in his hand.
That's why Brownie called me. I was available.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know I'm not nearly as good.
Okay, let's move on.
Hollywood.
Still kind of connected with the writers' strike. Multiple studios are exploring using AI to generate scripts based on books and other public domain IPs. The studios reportedly plan to hire writers to rewrite those AI scripts when the writers' strike ends.
I actually think AI is a horrible thing.
I agree.
Because AI, those things they get very intelligent very fast. I think if we're not careful, we'll end up being a huge threat to the world. And I'm not joking either. Yeah, I'm not joking either. These things, they learn really fast. I mean, we were introduced to AI beginning of last year. Now these things can do what? They can create pictures. They can make moving stuff. It's absolutely crazy how fast they're learning. I'm telling you, there's a huge danger here.
Musk is worried.
Yeah, there was a picture because the Met Gala happened last week in New York, and there was AI making pictures of celebrities appearing there that didn't even attend the event.
Yeah.
And you would think it was legitimate photos from the event, which was scary.
Did you see AI made this if Star Wars was made by Wes Anderson?
Oh,
I
that's
did.
fantastic.
And it looks great, and they got moving people as well.
I'd go to see that. It looks brilliant. It's better than anything Disney's done.
They only introduced AI to us at the beginning of last year, and look what it can do now. What will it be? What will it do in the next 5 years?
They've openly admitted it to us. Yeah.
Eat a bag of dicks. With the rise of AI, does anybody think Hollywood will even exist in 10 years?
I think the government or whoever's in charge of it needs to put some kind of restriction rule on an AI, and if they do that, hopefully it will it will preserve jobs in Hollywood, because if they let it go, then it's going to destroy loads of jobs in Hollywood. It really is, and around the world, to tell you the truth. So
I'm just thinking of the trickle down, because a lot of people take advantage. I think AI can have some uses if you use it as an initial prompt, maybe. But the problem is that people don't use it like that. They take advantage of it and use it as an easy way out. So that's why I don't agree with AI for that reason.
Ego, Time Prophet asking the tough questions. Is Mr. Brown going to be replaced by AI?
Probably
better, yeah.
Probably. But one of my friends has got a book, right? It's a Doctor Who book, and it's read by Peter Capaldi, but it's not Peter Capaldi. It's an AI version of his voice.
That's terrifying.
That is crazy.
It is terrible.
Crazy.
It's Capaldi.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I was a little. I was just gonna let that go, but
sorry. So there you go. But anyway, it's learning too fast, and if we're not careful, we're going to end up.
This is
okay. I'll just say before I forget. Sorry, Hostman. Bank of Hostman in the chat for $5. Here's the link to the first kill story written by Critical Drinker, and there's the link, everybody.
Don't know. Yeah.
Someone asked,
if you're watching, we're plugging it for you, mate.
Someone asked if Marvel will come back with like a Guardians film in 20 years. This is likely where AI will take over.
Yeah.
It won't matter if these actors are dead and gone. They'll just use AI to replicate it, and you cut all of your production costs in half.
Yeah, you just get a computer programmer. It's be directed, written, and starring AI, and that's it. That's the only credit you'll have. The end. So I don't know. It's just
they're getting there already, though. Like Disney's been pushing the artificial faces and stuff already for the last since Civil War, because we had the de-aged Iron Man in there.
Yeah, we did.
So,
I don't know. Oh well.
Will real artists still exist, though?
What's real art? Because I saw someone tape a banana to a wall and make $1 million off that.
Oh, I would have eaten it if I saw it.
That's just some stupid idiot who's willing to pay for it.
But that's the thing, you see, it will eliminate loads of jobs and stuff like that. Yeah, it's natural progression. Yeah, but the thing is that they should have some kind of a restraining bolt on it. Basically, that's what they should have.
It's called the off switch. Yeah, it is Skynet, isn't it?
I just fear for the future when it comes to AI.
Judgment Day is coming, folks.
Well, that was always the argument against Skynet and like the possibility of it being a thing is that computers could only do what they were told to do, and they couldn't make decisions and be creative. Well, that's slowly becoming a thing now.
Yes, definitely. And also, isn't there still a court case with AI? Because a lot of people are saying it's stealing.
There's multiple.
Exactly.
In multiple countries.
Right. So I hope they win, because I really think it's a huge threat.
All I have
really
to
do.
say is that if you're scared of AI, you should be already saying how you love it, and because if it does come up, you're gonna want that on record that you were all for it.
I love Google Chats, G whatever, P or whatever it is.
Question.
Massive fan.
Is there already an AI scripted movie or TV show out there that we can watch?
Not that we know of.
Sort of actually.
It's called Bad Day.
Sort of. So there was a
Rebecca
episode
Goff.
of South Park where they used ChatGPT. It was the whole thing for the episode. The plot was that all the boys were using ChatGPT for their homework and stuff. And then halfway through the episode, they wrote the rest of the episode with ChatGPT. So like, technically,
was it good?
Oh, it was hilarious. But that they had already set it up as like that. So there is technically sort of a script out there that was done that way, but it was as a joke.
And also
Gotcha.
in colleges and universities, how could they know that their essays are not written by chat?
They don't,
GPT?
do they?
They don't.
They don't, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's the danger of it all.
To be fair, the standard of teachers has dropped dramatically, so they don't even give a fuck what you submit these days.
They get AI teachers.
That's basically online
Just
classes,
saying.
isn't it?
Okay.
As I said, I think it's a threat, but that's just me.
Z, you're a kind of computery type robot.
I am, yes.
Any final thoughts?
Well, I did read an article this week on Comic Book Resources
Okay.
that Hollywood actors' voices in certain media, they want to copyright that so they can re-speech it like they did with Darth Vader's voice in Kenobi.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's all a bit uneasy, isn't it? Just entering an uncanny valley part of cinema history at the moment.
Joe Darkness, there is a program to detect if it's AI written.
Yeah, but that program's written by another AI, so do you know what I mean?
Judgment Day's coming, everybody. Shall we move on?
Yeah, why not? Ooh, it's Charles.
What is
We
on
have the
his
Coronation
head?
here,
An egg.
and
An egg.
obviously certain
Not my
people,
king.
poo-pooing it.
I didn't. You know what? Right? It's all.
This is where we need the Lord.
It's
by the way,
pomp and stance. I mean, it's just. You know what? A lot of people came to this country to be part of history and stuff like that. I don't really believe in the royal family, but I think they have a place.
Yeah,
and,
same here, mate.
And it's part of England. I don't really think much of what's going on. I just think it's good for the country to a certain degree.
I will just say, while I'm not a royalist, yesterday was one of the rare occasions where the country came together and certain sections hate it. And I think that's where I kind of understood what the royal family was about. It was just a day of where the UK just came together and everybody was happy.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Well,
people were
joyous. I'll say joyous.
Yeah, joyous. But as I said, it just goes to show how popular they are. Thousands turn up to see just the carriage going down the road. Do you know what I mean? It's just and today, what's his name, William, and his wife just went into the crowd and started talking to them and stuff. So that's pretty amazing when you think about it. So
mingling with the common folk.
Yeah, they were. And do you know what? Right, good on them. They're trying to make the connection between them because they're so rich and the commoners, which the Queen never really did. Let's face it. She kept her distance. I think as she got older, she tried a lot.
Yeah, she got better. She got older. Yeah.
But it was Princess Di that literally, tried to show the royal family up because she was literally about the commoners and stuff like that. And I think they're just trying to follow in her footsteps. But again, I think they have their place. They don't really have that much power, I'll tell you the truth, the royal family.
No.
When you think about it.
Okay, I'm being corrected, everybody. Melvin Deeply in the chat. The country never came together. Half the country wants rid of them. What are you on about? Mr. Brown lies with me.
See, that's the thing. You see, do you have any proof on that? Did you count everybody? Did you ask everyone in the
Who,
country?
Melvin or me?
Melvin, how do you
yeah.
know this, Melvin? You know what I mean? It's
Mm.
like, how would you know this?
When I was younger, I would probably say, yeah, let's become a republic.
Mm.
I think I was a Republican, but after seeing yesterday, and maybe I've just because I'm older, I kind of get there is a place for the monarchy.
There is, as I said, they don't have
Hmm.
much power. Let's
Well,
face it.
Yeah,
I do know, and obviously I don't know this super well, but I do know that there is some way that whoever the current monarch is can there's some weird backdoor way that they can dissolve your parliament. I do know that. This is where I wish Platoon was on here because he'd know like exactly.
yeah, that's
what
He
yeah, I
would.
know.
He would.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know
But
what? Right, yesterday in the celebrations, they had these people in a commentary box, and one
Oh,
woman, she's an
yes.
actress. She's
Awful.
a woman of color, and she said, "Oh, that balcony is so white." Oh
Oh,
my god, what a thing to say on that day! What a stupid idiot
And-
she was.
and that's why we should keep the monarchy. It's those type. It's that. Yeah.
So
Just
actually,
by her
I
saying that,
actually
it's very
found
racist.
Ugh.
Sorry,
I'm-
see.
I'm absolutely no fan of the monarchy whatsoever, but I don't think they should be abolished. In fact, they cost everybody in the UK £1.29
Yeah.
every year. What else are you going to do with £1.29? That's a loaf of
Yeah.
bread.
Yeah.
Give it up.
you buy a loaf of bread, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or abolish the monarchy. Oh, so you got £11.29 a year better off. Well done, you.
So here's apparently how it works. Parliament can be dissolved if the Prime Minister loses the support of the House of Commons, or if 2/3 of the House of Commons vote for an early election. In this case, the monarch can dissolve the Parliament. So apparently there is like actually a pretty easy way.
Yeah, but the thing is, the chances of that actually happening is very, very remote. And also, I don't think the royal family wants to be in that position to do that anyway. They try not to get involved with the that side.
Oh, I'm not saying that they want to. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that it is possible.
Yeah, it is possible. But also they're there to bring in the tourists into the country.
Yes.
That's all they're there
Millions
for.
and millions.
As far
and
as I can
millions of
tell.
dollars and, yeah.
And going around different countries and introducing themselves as that's what they do, and
Here you go, Nick J. Townsend podcast channel. You can have James Corden for 121. Let's not forget that all the countries from the Commonwealth were there yesterday as well.
Canada, Vex, Canada.
Trudeau, yeah, Trudeau was there walking on the.
Are you trying to get me to say it?
No, don't do it.
Trudeau.
No.
His
Okay.
wife looked like there was a gun trained on her, though. The smile was just so fake and plastered.
You know
on.
you know which country did not show up though?
What's that?
I don't know. Actually, I have no idea if anybody came to the United States.
It was really funny because Princess Anne wore that huge hat, and right behind her was Harry. So you couldn't see Harry because she had this huge hat on, just covering his face all the time. Absolutely hilarious.
We'll give the final word to bank postman Blackface Trudeau. Yes.
Okay,
fact,
apparently Jill
I
Biden
lied.
was
Actually,
there,
Justin
so yeah.
Castro.
Was she?
Yeah. So the real president of the United States was actually there yesterday, Jill Biden.
Yeah, he said Biden skipped. Okay, let's move on.
He fell asleep on the plane.
I should have had this after the AI story.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She is like the least
Is it
photogenic person I've seen in a while.
Kamala Harris named AI czar to save us from artificial intelligence.
I mean, she fixed the border situation so well. I'm sure this will go exactly
Is it me,
how
folks?
I wish she'd just go back to sucking dick, in all honesty.
Oh my god.
I'm so sick of this woman. That's all. I'm sorry.
I mean, she disappeared. Honestly, you shouldn't really be too sick of her. She basically disappeared after her failure at the border. So we haven't heard anything about her in quite a while.
I had to check if this was genuine because we were caught out the other week. But as I say, it's on Twitter, so it's real. It's on the internet, so it's real. But I went out of my way to check up about this, and it is genuinely true.
Well, I mean,
how is she going to save us? Does the article say?
I mean, by the time any of this happens anyway, she'll be out of office. So
she's going to save us from Skynet, everybody. From Arnie, Terminators. Z?
She looks like she could lose a battle of wits with a calculator. I wouldn't put her in charge of AI at all.
I mean, if you're going to have her competing against Arnie, he's actually done more for national relations with Mexico than she has. So I'm glad Vex got that.
Here you go. Objects. To be fair, Braybart's integrity can be dicey.
That's fair, yeah. But that's any news source you got to take with a grain of salt, right?
If I remember the article correctly, over $100 million has been thrown at this.
I mean, that's nothing. That's just raise the debt more over here. That's the best way. That's the American way.
Here you go, Mjuke. The caption is, Mr. Brown said it was this long. It is. Okay, shall we move on?
Yes.
Ghastly woman. Moving on.
Oh.
And finally... Yes.
How is part 1?
Boring.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's good.
I've heard mixed things about the first one. There's like some people are like it's amazing, and other people say it's boring, like Mega Geek just did.
June 2, everybody.
Boring.
I just don't like this poster. That's all. This is a very bland poster.
It is.
Somebody did I saw it the other day. It was like they drew a line straight down to show that like there was probably supposed to be a third person on the poster because the main character. I don't know.
That was actually Andrew. If I knew.
Yeah,
because I corrected the poster. I moved the characters to the left because it's doing my OCD and pretty bad.
Yeah, it was like that. He's directly in the middle, like off centered because of that.
Z, you looking forward to this?
I am. Watch the first one. I appreciate it might have seemed a little bit ploddy, but it's 2.5 hours of world building.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it. I'm looking forward to this being the action-packed climax of the first book.
Jim D. June 2. Yes, great teaser trailer. I'd probably say yes, but I think is it Zendaya?
Yeah. Peter Parker's girlfriend.
We didn't see much of her in the first one, which, yes. But she was, I don't know. I think it could make or break it with the actress. I don't know.
She's a good actress.
I don't think she's a good actress.
She is a good actress.
She is. I think she's good. She's good.
If you see her outside the Marvel stuff, she's a genuine actress. Yeah.
Yeah, she's very good.
I'll take your guys' word for it.
I just don't find her attractive personally.
Yeah, I don't get that hype all about her. She's a pretty looking girl, but there's some dudes that are. It's the whole Hermione Granger thing again with Emma Watson. Remember how guys were all over her in the Harry Potter days?
Isn't Tom Holland and
they're together? Yeah.
Yeah, they're a couple, aren't they? Yeah.
I think he proposed to her. Do you know?
I think he's getting ready to. He's alluded that he's ready to settle down, and they're together. So.
Yeah, it's nice.
It would be great if it was like he alluded to settling down and proposed to someone completely different.
Divorced in 5 years. I'm genuinely looking forward to this.
I hope it's better than part 1, but hopefully it will be.
Chat, are we looking forward to this? I am. For me, it's Mission Impossible and this.
Ooh. Can't wait for Mission Impossible. Can't wait for Mission Impossible.
I just think this is going to be really, really good. So there you go. Yep.
Oh, aren't you not looking forward to Flash? The Flash
Well, that goes without saying, doesn't it?
with Batman.
Oh, I
You
can't
mean that Batman movie?
Yeah, that Batman movie. Looking forward to that one.
Flash is going to be the movie of the year, as I've been saying for 6 months.
Let's get nuts. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I know, Jim. Oh, 6 months.
6 months to go. Yep.
Melvin always bringing me down to earth. Nope.
I mean, I didn't see the first
Cheers,
one.
Melvin.
I'm not really a Dune guy, so.
Hostman, I'll watch Dune 2 at the cinema in a heartbeat. Yeah, same here. I'm definitely going to watch. I'm probably going to go opening day. I'm really looking forward to this.
Zendaya's supposed to have a much bigger role in this too, right?
Yeah.
Because she was more just teased in the first.
That's what I'm worried about.
She's a good actress. She'll pull it off. I think she's a good actress, as said. You know. Yeah. She'll be all right.
Definitely looking forward to it, folks. November.
November. That's when we'd already seen the Doctor Who rubbish.
Bishop needs to see Do, and then he'll see Ni.
Yeah, that's funny.
Here you go, Tim. I like to say this. Hannibal. Yeah, Oppenheimer soon as well.
Can't be asked with that film.
Really?
Yeah.
You're full of interesting takes tonight, Ian.
I'm not. I'm not interested in finding out how they created the bomb, and you know, it's Chris Nolan. It's going to be full of nonsense and things that are not interesting because his last few films weren't very good as far as I was concerned. But there you go.
Here you go, folks. Friend of the channel, Outcast Creative. Hello, Lance. Was at the UK premiere of the first Dune. With a bit of luck, I'll get some for Dune 2. Really loved the first one. Loved David Lynch's Dune 2. Two of the creative play Harkonnen in part 2. Wow.
He said 2 a lot in that, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
In that title, yeah. 2.
Yeah, why is he not coming out on June 2, as we said before?
Don't know.
Yeah, that seems like a huge missed opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah, June 2 on June 2.
Exactly.
Too much competition.
May the 4th.
Yeah, that's usually like that pretty competitive window. That late May, early June window is pretty competitive. So maybe they were worried about that.
Is Dune also trying to go for any Oscar noms? Is that why they're going for November?
Probably.
I mean, at minimum, I would assume visuals.
Oh, yeah, it's fresh. You know, Outcast 2 is the theme of the night. Yeah.
Probably. That's probably aiming for that, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
They got a diverse cast in it, so hopefully they'll win.
Yeah, will it be ticking all the Oscar regulations?
The old
now?
boxes, yeah.
Okay.
June is reserved for Transformers, apparently.
Oh, is it?
That's what
finally
said in the.
the Beasts one, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw the trailer at the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I thought, that movie looks kind of fun now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's either going to be amazing or terrible. There's no in between with the way that
Just
that
for a
trailer
fun
looks.
sci-fi action flick. That's all. Like just a popcorn flick. It looks fun.
And they got someone of color to helm the film, didn't they?
They got a gorilla.
Tick them boxes.
Oh my god.
John Z. So this is June 2, which is a sequel to June 1, which was a sequel to June 1.
No, it wasn't. That was a different film.
Yes.
A sequel to Dune 1. Totally different movie.
Okay. I think that's it, folks.
Ending a whimper, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the kind of week it is.
Yeah.
It's a slow news week, everybody.
Mm.
What more can I say? So, chat, you are wonderful. Thank you for turning up. Always appreciate your... I can't speak. Always appreciate your inputs. Top draw as per usual. So, we will see you next time. So, I will thank the guests, if my teeth work. Ian, thank you, my friend.
No worries.
Dark Hour, thank you.
Not a problem.
Vex Electronica, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Z3PO.
DuckTales, whoa.
I will also say thank you, Problem Being Araita kid. You're welcome. I think that is it, folks. I think we're back Wednesday. We've got Return of the Jedi Part 2
Oh
to
yeah, we
do
didn't finish it,
yet.
did we? Mm.
It took us 2 hours to do Act 1. So
Yeah, you guys got only about like a half hour into the movie.
yes, we were going into EFAP territory.
I was
So-
seriously concerned. I was like, are they going to really do this for like 5-6 hours?
No, I pulled the plug. So I think we're back on Wednesday. I think also the Lord and Blue Man are doing Beast Up tomorrow. So watch out for that.
I'm on that, by the way.
Ooh, so
You're on what?
I'm going to be on Beast Up tomorrow. So.
What's Beast Up?
Best show in the universe, probably.
It's
With
Cynic
with-
and
Lord.
Platoon's show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might get on that. I'm not sure though. I might be baking.
on 2 hours 10, I think that is it, folks. We will see you Wednesday. If we don't see you Wednesday, possibly Saturday, we might do a movie. Who knows? But if we don't see you Saturday, we'll be back next Sunday. In the meantime, if you're in the UK, have a great bank holiday Monday. We will see you next time. Have a great week, everybody. Tatty, bye.